You're here, the evil black writings on the wall. Unleashed a million faces, and one by one they fall. Black-hearted evil, brave-hearted hero. I am all I am, all I am. I am. Here we go, buddy. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, buddy. Here we go. Go ahead, try to see through me. Do it if you dare. Dare. One step forward, two steps back. I'm here. Do it. Do it. This is your fault. If I destroyed Eggman Windmill Village, none of this would be happening.
Some creep called Starlin made him evil again. Nobody could have seen that coming.
Excuses.
No, I'm dealing with it too. I'm infected, see? Oh my god.
I'm not gonna lie, that fucking line fucking pissing me off. It's what you deserve. Fuck you!
I heard you fucking slam something.
That was my water bottle. I fucking chucked it across my room. Oh, they're biting. Okay. They're into that stuff.
Biting? I can taste the day. Save the night, save the night.
I'll be the one to carry on.
Do you dare to fight? Evil's mine, evil's mine.
I'll be the last one standing in my
My eyes
are filled with curiosity.
You think
that you have power over me in this life, there's no room for you and me. So turn away, our faces, stay with me, with me. Oh, there we go. Oh shit, we pulled up Mike Tyson! We pulled up Mike Tyson, she bit his ear off! I bit the ear! Did you see his body fucking fly? Just, Oh, hello. That's a big-ass rat. Holy shit. Did you see how big that rat was? Oh my goodness. Got a splinter from the Ninja Turtles going on here.
So it's Best Actor.
Best Actor? Okay. Who are our nominees?
Okay, Best Actor. We got, Brendan Fraser.
Come on!
Bill Nye, Colin Farrell, and Paul Mescal. One guy. Come on, Brendan.
Come on!
And Austin Butler.
Oh,
Yeah,
Austin Butler too. They're all pretty good choices. What route are we doing? We pretty much did all the main routes. So right now we're just trying to fill up all the squares. And then we're going to fill up all those circles. So right now we're doing 2 neutral missions. And then the third mission we're going to do evil. To get that last square. Brendan Fraser won, Chelsea!
Oh,
wow.
No?
Wait. Let me
confirm.
Because I think I'm a bit like
Behind
from Chelsea.
Okay.
But wait, let me just make sure.
Oh my gosh. Not yet. Damn it, Chelsea! Don't get my hopes up like that. Chelsea, I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh. Chelsea, please. Don't get my hopes up like that. I was like, I was so, oh my gosh, I was ready to like jump out of my seat. I was like, oh,
And the Oscar goes to
come on, come on.
Brendan Fraser.
Yes!
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I'm so happy for my man. I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for him. Fucking W, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. He needs that W. Oh, yes. Oh. Oh my gosh, we gotta shoot down the helicopter now? Are you shitting me? Oh my god! This is... Holy shit!
This is insane.
What the hell? Hold on. Should I push her or should I pull her back? Push her.
Yeah, you should push her. I mean, that kills her, but yeah.
What? 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 No!
But it's okay for him to just break my stuff.
Of course not.
Wow, Meredith,
He's
you're
learned his
looking
lesson now.
actually okay. You don't have brain cancer.
You gave me this for my birthday. I mean, you should be pissed off too.
Oh, never mind.
He was wrong, but you don't just go punching every person who makes you mad.
That's the best fucking timing.
3 grades above you. I mean, that kid practically
Volker, make sure that your statements are not so embarrassingly carelessly worded next time. What? What? You're so disrespectful. Amazing. All delinquents types like this, even the way you dress so... Oh, flip-flop disregard for authority. Sweater fest, disgraceful... Delinquent? I'm on the student council! Motherfucker, I'm on the student council! You think that fucking... you think... Oh, look, what about you, huh? We got a fucking Hawaiian shirt. Oh, look at me. I got a fucking Hawaiian shirt. How professional. I got a big fucking katana carrying around, swinging around. Hi-ya! Hi-ya! You call that professional, motherfucker? You call yourself a businessman? Look at you, fucking dressed up all casual like that bitch-ass motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here. Why don't you get a fucking haircut? Shave that fucking beard of yours, you bitch-ass. Get some glasses for crying out loud. Oh, look at me. I'm Jagoro. I'm like a JoJo character. Hi-ya! Hi-ya! Yeah! A hand pounds on my back hard a couple times, severely winding me. I couldn't care less about the culprit as I focused my thoughts on my chest in near automatic reaction. My hand instinctively tightens on my breast, and I start going through the steps I rehearse in my mind every other day. Breathe. In and out. For a measure of relief, I could slowly feel my chest becoming less tense. By the time I look up, my face is covered in sweat from the experience. No! No! Not only did he cause a heart attack, but it's also... No! Well, you see,
Man, that impression of Shia LaBeouf in college is fantastic.
Oh god, you know what? I gotta look up now real quick. His fucking freak out in Dark and the Moon. You know what I'm talking? You know when he's in the car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, that guy's just. Look at this guy. He's just he's just hanging there. Look at this. This guy's just hanging here.
It can allow them to stay on the map, but these are dumb as shit, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh shit! That guy was just fucking hanging there. Come on!
As every he punches in the boss's head. Family.
That's right. Yeah, just come on, bitch. The power of family. Yes, come on, power of family. Okay, there we go. Come on, that's it, power of family, baby. Okay, how do we do this? Hiya! Oh, her frontal lobe. Oh,
Oh wow, it's Grand Theft Auto 5 in here. Like,
oh, eat it!
Is Spider-Man 2 gonna have free-form switching characters?
Yeah, there we go. We did it. We beat the game. Power of family. That's the power of family for you. Don't kid. Just a quick reminder that I do have stream elements. You can tip, donate, etc., whatever you want to call it. You do not have to if you don't want to. Wham bam. Oh, no, wrong transition. Here we go. Okay. Okay. We are live now and no one's here. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I like it when it's low show up. Alright, that's cool. Alright. Give me 1 second.
It's a low turnout because we suck.
Ah, damn. Bum 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 bum. Da 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 da. Alright. Couple ammo. Alright, just gonna say just last reminder we're live. Bum 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 dun 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 dun. Alright. One more thing. Wham. Okay. Yes, send. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh gosh, it's still too hot in this room. I swear. Oh my goodness. Ah, why is it so hot? What's the temperature? It is 89 degrees outside now.
Man, did you think it before?
You okay? Are you still losing? Are you winning, Ninjato?
No.
Oh.
Somebody is just like a fan of making a fly deck
Okay.
and boosting.
Okay. Hey, anime guy. Anime guy asked you, Ninjato, if you've seen the apparently his story he's writing.
Not yet. Not fully yet.
Not fully. There's your answer. Alright. Okay. I am also, while we do this, I'm also going to try to finish my gunpla. I got the Dara blade. I need to finish it. Ghoul's just been sitting without legs. I need to give him legs. So that's what I'm going to be doing while we do our stuff tonight. Okay. Alright. Where is Not Matchstick? I see Not online. He'll probably come in later. He's probably working. Where's Matchstick? What's Matchstick up to?
I don't know.
Let me ask him. I'm gonna tag him real quick.
Sure.
You running late, man? Just gonna do that. Okay. And wait for him. Oh, no, there's Matchstick. He's online. He's just not in for some reason.
Oh?
Oh, there we go. Okay. Now we just need Not. But he's not here. He's probably working.
So I watched Mission Impossible 5.
Oh, nice. Funny you mentioned that. I watched Mission Impossible 7 today. There's 7 of
Part
them.
1.
Not gonna lie,
It
was pretty fucking mid.
Number 5?
Yeah.
Rogue Nation?
Yes.
Yeah, it's alright.
The story was... It felt like it was just an excuse to go from one action set piece to another. I really liked 1. 3 was pretty good. The next one was just okay.
Oh, you didn't watch 4?
My dad chose 5 to watch today. He said he remembered too much of 4, so he didn't really want to watch 4.
Oh, okay.
So we skip, and he doesn't like 2. So I guess we're just watching all the odd numbered Mission Impossibles.
Well then, in that case, I'll wait for you guys to see 7 then. You should watch. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say Fallout.
Yeah, number 6 is a direct. Number 6 is interesting. It's a first time Mission Impossible movie is a direct sequel. So, I say try giving number 6 a shot. Mission Impossible Fallout.
Is 6 better than 5?
I say so. I think it's better than 5.
It's better than 1.
You don't like 1?
Yeah, it was like that. So
Really?
I
Okay.
haven't seen it recently. Like the only segment I remember,
Okay.
the only thing I remember is the twist and the train sequence.
Oh, alright.
And like I know the sequences, I know the plot,
Uh-huh.
but it's not really.
What about it didn't, like, catch your attention?
It was just like fine.
It was just fine?
I thought it was the best. It balanced the spy stuff and the action stuff the best out of all of them.
Hmm.
Look,
Best team.
I only recently got into Bond, so it could be that I would
Oh,
have a lot better reception.
oh, do you have a recency bias for Bond?
Well, yeah, right now, like, I haven't seen Mission Impossible. I think people have a recency bias for Mission Impossible, so...
No, I just... It's not really a recency bias. I just think Mission Impossible are fun movies.
No, in terms of franchises, yes, Mission Impossible is very recent. It hit its stride about with the 4th one.
Well, Mission...
I hear the 4th one is really good.
The 4th one is good. It's made by the same people who made Incredibles.
I know, it was made by Brad Bird
Brad
of all
Bird.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brad Bird directed Mission Impossible 4.
I think that is kind of appropriate. He did do Incredibles.
That's
Incredibles
true.
is very spy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I really like 6.
Hmm.
Granted, it's the only one I've seen, but still.
Your phone.
You watch the only one that's a direct sequel.
I know.
Your phone keeps getting loading screen. You refresh and you still get them. You're wondering if it's your internet connection or Twitch is screwing up or my rig. Everything's fine on
Might
OBS.
be.
Everything's
yeah,
fine on
it-
OBS.
Yeah, it might be you.
Let me check real quick.
Because I see on the stream everything's fine.
Yeah, everything's fine on Twitch, Anime Guy. So it's your internet or something else. It's on your end. Yeah. Nah, but you should watch Mission Impossible 4, Matchstick. You should really give it a shot.
I'll probably take a break from watching spy stuff after finishing Bond. Because,
Ninjato, we have to watch Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Oh,
No. This is not a negotiation.
It's
I
non-negotiable.
know.
You guys call me when
just-
you guys are watching Austin Powers. I want to be in for that. I want to be able to watch it. Oh, go ahead.
Don't worry, Ninjato just need a little bit of mojo to get
Some
everything going.
mojo. You really are a fat bastard. You know, I've been
I've been trying to go on a diet.
diet. You know, the Subway, you know, like Shannon.
Crabs are the enemy.
I just hope my Raya fighting team is ready. Oh, great.
Oh, great.
One of
Well,
my
my
wires broke. Oh god, I love Austin Powers. You guys definitely need to tell me when you guys are watching that. I want to be there for it. Could be Twitch, Anime Guy. Probably. Wait. Hold on. You're watching on your phone, so it might not be Twitch website. It could just be the app, the Twitch app having issues. Which in that case, then you know, I don't know how well the Twitch app is. I don't really use it, so like, that could be what's happening. It's the Twitch app, Anime Guy. All right. Who's tagging me? What's happening? Hey, yeah. I'm sorry. I watched when I go into watch Mission Impossible, the trailer for Martin Scorsese's new movie. The song stuck in my head now. Fuck, what's it called again? What's the movie he's doing? Killers of the Flower Moon. Oh wait, next week is when Oppenheimer comes out. Oh god, hold on. I gotta book a showtime for that movie. I want to see a bomb drop. We gotta drop the bomb.
And apparently nudity. There's nudity apparently in it.
Apparently, like full frontal nudity. So there's that. I'll just
wait. The second. So so in this movie, the second Charles clone is naked.
What?
He said full frontal nudity.
No, not that. Comet. Come on, you got the Gundam brain rot going on. We're talking about how do you?
I know you're talking. I know you're talking about something else that is kind of
How do you?
resistant.
How do you? Is it Cillian Murphy or Killian? How do you pronounce his name? I honestly don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Killian or Cillian? I always call it Cillian. But yeah, apparently there's a whole scene where just this full frontal nudity with Cillian Murphy.
Who wants to see Robert Oppenheimer's nuke? Apparently Chris Nolan.
I don't know. Apparently,
when Chris Nolan said he was going to nuke us, this is the one I had in mind.
Yeah, it's not what I had in mind.
I learned
Yes.
No, I learned something today about that movie.
What?
Apparently, it's banned in Japan.
Is it? Is it? Is it actually banned in Japan? Is that true? I mean, I would understand why, but that kind of that's still funny to me, at least. Let me see. Is it Oppenheimer banned in Japan? Is that true? I'm looking this up. Okay, this is from Screen Rant.
That's the rumor.
Oh, no, it's not. It's not banned in Japan, but it's not being. There's no release. There's no release date, international release date. So I don't. So no, but you know what movie did get banned in Asia? Fucking Barbie. Barbie.
They couldn't handle Ken.
Barbie got banned in Vietnam because of apparently they had a map in there's a scene in the movie where they show a map.
Wait, was it Vietnam or Japan?
No, Vietnam. It's
okay.
It's they got banned. Or was it China? No, it was Vietnam because in the movie of Barbie apparently there's a scene where they show a map and they have the 9-dash line, and apparently it quote unquote inaccurately portrayed the 9-dash line. So now all Vietnam's like, oh my gosh, you're a bunch of China lovers. How dare you? So fucking out of the two movies coming out the same day, it's fucking Barbie that's banned in Asia, not Oppenheimer. And I find that really funny. It's like, oh wow.
I about said that when they put the map in it, they found some random map on Google.
It's just some random map on Google.
And they put it in there.
I mean, they're probably just like, alright, it's good enough, call it a day. But no, it's like, yeah, Barbie. Not Oppenheimer, Barbie is banned in Asia because they got the map wrong. You know, everyone's like, oh my gosh, you got the map wrong! How dare you! What is the 9-dash line anyways? I'm gonna actually look that up. What is that? What is it in the first place? 9-dash line. What is it in the first place? Okay, let's see here. Wikipedia. So, sometimes referred to as the 11-dash line, set on line segments on various maps that indicate the territorial claims of the People's Republic of China and the Republic of China, or Taiwan, in the South China Sea. The contested area in the South China Sea includes the Parcel Islands, Spratly Islands, some other islands, just basically a bunch of islands. Okay, so it's basically the borderline for China. China's like territories that they've claimed. And I guess like apparently I don't let me see what's going on here. 9-dash line Barbie. So what I'm actually looking
In the back room.
in the back room. Okay. That's great. Hold on. I'm trying to look this up. No, that's Fox. That title is very biased. I guess I'll go with Dexero. Over sovereignty violation. Let's see here. Authorities and ban commercial screenings of Barbie. This is due to a particular scene. Said map has the 9-dash line. This in turn violates Vietnam's sovereignty, according to the country's government, as China is laying claims to nearly all of the South China Sea. Oh, so Vietnam is just salty. Well, one, well, you know, there's two reasons. One, China does suck, and two, they are gobbling up all these islands. But three, Vietnam at the same time, they threw a hissy fit about Barbie of all movies showing the 9-dash line. Like, oh my gosh, how dare you, Barbie! Oh no, you bastards! So apparently that's what happened. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. The Barbie song is. By the way, the Barbie song should not be played in the actual Barbie movie. That song is actually not appropriate for kids. If you actually listen to the lyrics of the Barbie song by like was it Aquafina, that is not something you want to be showing to kids. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Yeah.
So wait. Oh.
No, that's not the line that's you know, you shouldn't show kids, but I don't there's other lines though. But yeah. So don't like people are like, oh man, is Aquafina's Barbie gonna play in the Barbie movie? Probably not. They wanna sell that movie to, you know, all ages girls, so I don't think they would have Aquafina's Barbie playing in the movie. Oh, excuse me. Alright. China lovers? I wasn't aware that Vietnam was an ally of ours? Anime guy? I don't know. I don't know what about Vietnam. I don't really care about Vietnam's international relationships with us. I don't really care. I just kind of find it funny that Barbie of all movies was the movie that got banned in Asia, not Oppenheimer. That's all. I don't really care about all the other stuff.
International politics is complicated.
I bet it is. So I prefer not to know about international politics and just focus on something else. But that's me. All right. Whew. Alright, how long we been going now? We've been going for almost 30 minutes. So anyways, we got quite a bit to talk about. There's some stuff we're gonna be probably taking a while to talk about. Yeah. We got some topics that we're gonna probably take a while to talk about, so we should probably get started with our stuff. Oh, excuse me.
You do.
Alright. So, just as usual, as always, I guess it's more for people watching on the replays, just as usual, we got, make sure to follow the social media links. We got a public Discord server for notifications. And we got a $50 monthly goal. It ends in 16 days to reach $50. If we don't reach $50 by the end of the month, that's okay. Better luck next time. And yeah. All right. So with that all said, Ninjato, are you ready to talk about the game you're apparently obsessed with now?
Yes. Back with my obsession. One of my obsessions, which is Magic the Gathering.
And
Because they brought in Lord of the Rings.
yeah, they brought in Lord of the Rings.
So how much do you know about Magic?
Magic the Gathering? Nada.
Yeah. Okay, so do you know the basic premise
Nope.
of the game?
All I know is it's some kind of card game, and that's it.
Okay, so Magic the Gathering is a card game that is like Yu-Gi-Oh!
Okay.
I think it's even the predecessor to Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, interesting.
It's either the predecessor or was developed at the same time, but using very different mechanics.
Okay.
So, like Yu-Gi-Oh! So there's a resource element in Magic the Gathering. So the way it works is that you get a deck, and you have cards that are called lands, and then you got cards that are creatures or spells or enchantments.
Okay.
Right? And the lands are color-coded. But because the lands represent your drawing energy from the nearby surrounding based on your element. So, so there are 5 elements. So you got white, which represents life. Blue signifies water. And by the way, so what these elements are not just like avatar elements, but more based on philosophies.
Okay.
Like there's philosophy behind it. There's like complex lore and elements to it. Like they developed over the years. But so you got blue, then you got black, which is death. And then you got red, which is fire, all about damage dealing, and then green, which is nature. You know, general nature. And each one has like a different play style. So white is all about boosting and healing.
Okay.
So, like, so you're boosting your guys while healing other people. Red is like damage. Death is like, death. So destroying or bringing stuff back from the dead.
Oh, necromancy. Okay.
Yeah, necromancy. Water is the most annoying type because it's all about manipulation.
Okay.
They are known. They are the guys that likes to counterspell your cards.
Ah. All right.
And then green represents getting creatures and building them up. And then fire straight up is all about the damage and destruction in anything. So like those are kind of the type of cards.
Okay.
Generally. Okay. So other stuff. So like the way it works is that you set up a deck based on those colors. So you could either do a monocolor or you could do a combination of colors. And based on what you make, you'll get special stuff, right?
All right.
Sorry. So you basically your whole goal is to take out the opponent's health by either casting spells or summoning units.
Okay, sounds fair enough.
To do damage for you. And when you attack, you're not attacking creatures directly. You're attacking the leader. You're attacking the other player, and then the player assigns their creatures to block.
Huh. Huh.
Like that's kind of the complexity element.
Okay. Interesting.
Yes.
Alright. So, how does this tie into Lord of the Rings?
Starting last year, they started this thing called Universe Beyond,
Alright.
and they started with Warhammer 40k.
Oh!
And much like Games Workshop's shenanigans, you could only get. It was a limited time release to get Commander decks.
Huh.
You can find some of it, but yeah, those issues. There was some issues.
You know, you got me interested a bit there, and then you said like Games Workshop, and then I was like, oh.
Yeah, but it's like. So what they did is that this time with Lord of the Rings, it's a full-on set.
Hmm.
No shenanigans.
Alright. Alright, cool. So, how's,
And I really like this set. So there was controversy. Because it's the internet.
Uh-huh.
And you want to know what the controversy was?
Is it...
The art.
The art. Is it,
And the reason...
Oh, no, go ahead.
And the reason is because, they did ethnic changes.
Uh-huh.
So, Aragorn, Galadriel, Theoden, Aragorn, Galadriel, Theoden, Eowyn, Glorfindel.
Glorfindel? Alright. What about the hobbits?
Mostly, intact.
Huh. Alright.
But all that, in short, all of them were changed into black, and it's even funnier. It's funnier when Eowyn looked like Daenerys from Game of Thrones.
Huh. So she's...
Even though she's not white. Just like black.
Huh. Okay. Alright. Now, I asked you this, we talked a bit about this last night, I think, and, I asked you this again, so, like, people got, you know, like, oh my gosh, you know, Aragorn's black now, so I have to ask again, what was, Mr. Tolkien's original intention when it comes to, like, ethnicity and stuff?
Not really. The closest thing is a pale face for Aragorn. And a general description for, there's some descriptions about eye color and hair color for.
Okay.
Sorry, the Numenorians race,
Right.
but it was not. There's no like clear ethnic. It's more of like the implied. This is what Tolkien intended. Like intended to be a Anglo-Saxon mythology.
Okay.
And thus, we follow those rules. So it's like that is where it goes against. Like Not said last night, it's like it's not so much. Forgot to cover. It's not so much an accurate depiction of the lore. It's more of their version of it. Like Legos is Asian.
All right, Legolas, let's go represent. All right. But you don't have that much of a problem with different like skin colors, do you?
So, not really. So the main thing. Okay, so I've finally done, so we could actually look at some fun artwork of it. So my main problem with it is with the art. Okay, art generally is good.
Okay.
The problem is it doesn't feel consistent.
What do you mean by that?
Like, for example, you got Aragorn, Galadriel, and Glorfindel.
Mm-hmm.
They're all black.
All right.
Which is fine.
Okay.
Like, which is fine, and it's like, so it's like at one point they were trying to figure out, they were trying to imply that, like, you know, the elves who went to Valinor and then come back are darker skinned, even though in Tolkien lore, elves were not, their races were not ethnicities, but rather about when they on the travel to Valinor, when did they stop traveling?
Okay.
But then you got Theoden and Eowyn. And Eowyn is the sister of Éomer, and Éomer's white.
Huh.
They got Éomer's right, but not Theoden.
Mixed race couples?
Like,
maybe it's a mixed race couple going on there? Well,
he doesn't look mixed to me. Éomer is at the bottom.
Okay, let me see.
And here's a better look at Theoden. Another problem. A friend of mine, and this is from a friend of mine.
Okay.
It doesn't. The sword is a scimitar. It doesn't look like an Anglo-Saxon. Like, an Anglo-Saxon blade, which is like, that's like the Rohirrim is clearly inspired by Anglo-Saxon.
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden, they're not. His blade is not Anglo-Saxon design. It's, okay, here's a Éomer card.
Huh.
And
okay.
And then it also gets weirded out because technically, so Elrond, as you know, is second cousins with, like, is related, no, he's like the, great uncle. One of the great uncles of Aragorn. And by the way, that's, Eowyn.
Huh.
And he's white.
Huh.
So they weren't consistent on. That's my main problem sometimes. My main problem in terms of art. The art is generally good, and there's some awesome looking art, but when it comes to ethnicity stuff, and I hate harboring on this for a while, but it's like the biggest controversy in this game, and people calling it going woke. Because of it. It's not consistent. That's my biggest issue. It's like, okay, you could do all these ethnic changes. It's clear that you were thinking about what's cool first. Like, what is the cool ethnic change in our art? Not what makes sense. And
so
yes, anime guy, I am going nerd rage. I'm a huge fan of Lord of the Rings. I do like Lord of the Dunces talking about Lord of the Rings stuff.
You could see down Ninja's YouTube channel. Come here, Nightbot, do your thing. Do your thing.
And and I would say this. This is not like Rings of Power. This is not like complete screw up on awesome Tolkien lore.
Okay.
It's just like a very their own take on Tolkien, which is completely different than what a lot of people are used to. Because I've been thinking about it today. So a lot of the artwork, and by the way, I just showed up Sauron, who I think looks sick. Sauron look.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if that was Sauron. I was like, oh, look at him.
He looks like fucking
This
Malekith.
is Sauron when he's a necromancer.
Huh.
He looks like Malekith.
Malekith?
The Dark Elf?
Yeah, kind of.
Huh.
A little bit less than that image, but
He looks cooler. He looks so cool.
Huh.
That's like my favorite art. My favorite art is what they did with Sauron. Sauron is so cool.
he does look better.
Where's the tower? Show me the tower. His tower
Power
with the
Dua?
eye. Yeah, with his big glowing eye. I see you.
I don't. Let me just. Does it have? Okay. It's. Yeah. Okay. There is technically an eye. There's technically an eye.
Huh.
She's Malekith.
Oh wow. Wow. Damn. Huh.
Oh, look, it's lame-o Dark Vader.
That tower is honestly kind of a letdown, not gonna lie.
Well, here's the thing. You want to know where the eye thing is actually
He
placed?
looks like he has Galactus' helmet on top of it.
Is it a big glowy thing? Like the big
Yeah,
glowy
on his
spot?
helmet. That's where the red eye is. I think it's kind of cool. So the whole eye thing.
I'm talking about the tower.
Yeah, that's where the eye is, but it's also on his helmet. So in the books, actually, the eye of Sauron that you think of, that's a purely a visual thing that was added by Peter Jackson. It was more like a metaphor in the books.
Huh.
But Peter Jackson added because it's a lot easier to just show a big flaming eye tracking. And also, a lot of adaptation does it. It's just like an easy way to translate into film.
Looks cooler too.
But yeah, the eye thing, like, I think Barad-dûr doesn't look as cool as is in the movie. Maybe if they just changed the top to be more like the movie with the big eye, it's a lot more visually appealing.
Yeah, because the big eye it's just a really cool look. Like, oh my gosh, like, it was like, oh gosh, stop staring at me, Sauron. No.
I'm not sure whether I like the Magic the Gathering Sauron or the movie Sauron. Both are super cool.
They don't mess with Sauron.
Yeah, so like he looks like he's a Dark Lord.
You don't mess with Sauron. He'll turn you into a dinosaur.
What? Oh, not that Sauron! That Sauron could have cured cancer.
But he doesn't want to cancer.
He wants to turn
people
everyone
into
into dinosaurs. Exactly.
Oh, I should show you Gollum.
Oh,
there is
Gollum?
actually some.
Oh, so I'll see
Yeah,
Gollum.
they did not what you expect from the movies, but there is some in creative interpretations of the movies than Tolkien's original vision.
Huh.
So the main thing is the clothing.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a fun fact. It seems like Tolkien's original idea is that he wasn't just in a loincloth. He was actually in other clothing that is just like rotted away. The idea is that he keeps stealing them.
He's got more hair too.
Yeah.
Huh. looks a little. I wouldn't say he looks leaner than in the movie where he was kind of like this, this little gremlin.
Here's another one. It makes
Okay,
him
there
more
we go.
monstrous. That's a different card. They also because it's Magic the Gathering, the way they do the artwork is they have multiple artists.
Because the one on
Like
top,
they have like
the one on top, he looks a little more lean than the second one's kind of more like the movie where it's, it's kind of like a gremlin. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, like if I bring out like I'll bring out multiple images of Lego, so you can have we can
compare Legolas. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Represent Legolas.
But I know 2 of them are done by the same artist, but the rest are different. And they are usually credited at the bottom in the black area.
Okay.
Black border.
All right.
And I'll just show you a special edition one that I actually got a physical copy of.
Oh,
Because
nice.
I not only bought it, I not only been playing the digital version, I have the physical one.
Huh.
So these are all the artworks of Legolas.
All right.
One is clearly looks like, oh, that's Asian, but the rest is like, oh, for better disguise.
Yeah. One of them, yeah, I see. One of them definitely is like, oh, yo.
I bet it's the one on top of the snow, right? That's
Yeah, the one on top, always in the snow. Yo.
yeah. He looks like that's like, oh, they did change his ethnicity to Asian, which is, oh my goodness, this was done for woke reasons. Why did you do that?
Yo.
Why did you make elves Asians? Are you really saying they are?
Let's go,
They are
elves.
superior to.
Represent. We are superior to you in every conceivable way as possible.
Impossible.
Impossible. What?
Yeah. So like, it's been a game since the '90s, Magic the Gathering. So you probably assume that it's a great game. It is. It's a great game, but it's a collectible card game, aka crack.
I see.
Better get out, mommy. Better get out mommy's and daddy's credit card.
Give me your credit card.
Yeah.
I need it.
But luckily for you, there are easy ways to get into it for cheap,
Alright.
comparatively. So for around $25 to $50, depending where you can find it, you can get. I got mine for $25, but on Amazon currently, it's $35. You get 2 complete decks of a starter set.
Huh.
That are, so you get a deck full of Mordor and one full for the good side with the lovely Aragorn and Arwen pictures just to show. And they're foiled, so but or you can go with a thing called Commander deck. So Commander is a format of Magic the Gathering that is common nowadays, where instead of 2 $60 decks, you make each player, you can play multiplayer, have one character to the side to represent their commander, and it's supposed to be what is called a legendary creature, aka, in terms of Lord of the Rings, a named character.
Alright.
You can literally play as the barkeep in the a Bree.
Huh.
You can play Mr. Butterburns technically as a commander.
Your Gandalf is no match for my barkeep.
Yes.
Oh, you never showed me
We will
Gandalf.
have. Gandalf is Gandalf. They didn't really change much of him.
Alright, I want to see Gandalf.
Yep. I will show you. I'll show you the ones that I have.
Alright.
Because each character have multiple versions.
It's Gandalf. Alright.
I want the image, not the... I want the image address, not the image.
Well, you could copy and paste the image in Discord. You could do that, you know.
There. Okay, here are the two things that are common you can find.
Alright. Hey, yo. Does Gandalf the White have armor on?
Could be.
Looks like he has armor on. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Oh, by the way, here's the card that says,
the ring.
Yeah. No, he has a sword. He has a sword.
Ah.
So
Use
currently
ring.
So my goal in terms of collecting and building a deck, I want to build either a commander or standard deck revolving around the Fellowship.
Okay.
Where I get one of every Fellowship member and put them all on the deck, and it's all about drawing them out.
Huh.
Assembling.
Okay. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, you can play a lot of decks. So I've been playing it on Magic the Gathering Arena, which, by the way, here's a fun thing: the dual decks that you get have a code where you can put it into an account with Wizards. Unfortunately, you have to make an account with Wizards, so a hassle. But you can register it. You can register it to them. So you can play those two decks digitally with Magic the Gathering Arena.
Huh.
And you can also separately buy booster packs through that system.
Okay. Now I have to ask, if you make an account, does that mean the Wizards has the right to send Pinkertons after you?
Probably. I need to be careful about my critiques. I'm afraid that they would be sending in the Pinkerton death squads. Say I'm not following in line with the company mandate of being woke.
That's really... I can't believe that's how I learned the Pinkertons are still around. It's crazy.
I didn't know about Pinkertons until that happens.
You didn't know about the Pinkertons?
Nope.
Oh, wow. That's honestly surprised you didn't know about them, Ninjato. Dang.
I'm not into like private security company stuff.
Well, it's not really a private security stuff, you know, it was just...
They were literally...
They were very infamous back then.
Not when I was a kid. Which I didn't focus on anything politics.
It's not really politics. It's like
more corruption.
Yeah. Plus,
like all the adult stuff. I was having this thing called having fun.
Don't you kill a bunch of them in Red Dead Redemption? You have to fight.
Yeah.
You have to fight the Pinkertons.
Yeah, you do.
I barely played Red Dead Redemption. I literally
do.
That game. I played about 45 minutes. And I hated the controls so bad that I stopped playing it.
I almost finished one, and I played like 20 minutes of 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably not gonna play it again. I don't know. It's just one of those games where you don't really. You try it out, and it's fun, but just yeah.
Oh. Okay.
2's also fucking gigantic.
Larger than the Witcher?
Like over 100 gigabytes.
Oh my god. What the hell?
Like 130, 150, somewhere around that range.
What? Okay, I gotta look this up myself. Oh my gosh. Let me see.
It's huge. I do not.
Okay, I'm on Steam right now. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Like if you want to go for a Rockstar, like open world, like go for like one of the GTAs.
Okay.
LA Noire.
I hope those had better controls than Red Dead Redemption.
Oh my gosh, 150. Jeez. Storage. Why?
That's the size of Gears of War 5.
Why are they too big? There was no way
Gears of
a game
War
should
5
be that.
has Gears of War 5 at least has an excuse. It's like a massive multiplayer modes.
It has like an ass load of DLC.
Huh.
Yeah, and then a lot more content than Mortal Kombat 11, which is also like 150.
Oh, apparently
Last time I checked.
Apparently I have the game.
Like Vermintide is like like stuff like Vermintide and
Gears of War.
and Gears of War 5, they're like all the DLC is like pre-downloaded, I think. Not to mention like
Jeez, why?
not to mention like Total War Warhammer 3 has like all the previous games content downloaded. So they're gonna be fucking huge. This has no Red Dead 2 has no excuse. It's just fucking big.
Oh. Jeez, when did I even get it? Apparently I have it. I don't remember buying it.
I don't recommend downloading it.
Oh, it requires 120 gigs of storage space. That's still too big. That's, like if I ever play Red Dead, that's gonna be like a game where I just have to. I'm just saying, like that's ridiculous.
Might as well get an extra external storage at that point.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah.
It might be again. I actually moved my external storage from the Xbox to the PC, and I have Vermintide downloaded.
But Magic the Gathering Arena is very low storage, and it's mostly free.
Oh.
It does have in-game transactions. Microtransactions, but it's the same as if you're buying the physical copy, except digital.
Huh. Okay.
But you can technically earn your way.
Okay.
Earn it for free. They have like a battle pass system and all that stuff.
Huh.
And there are plenty of opportunities. Like I spent a good portion today and I maxed out for today's stuff. And I got to like level 7 and I got a ton of cards. Like they even have an event going on where you have to get like a jumpstart thing. You have to beat a couple like ranked matches, like come up in rank.
All right.
But you have the ability where when you jump in, you get to pick 2 types of decks. 2 halves of a deck, and then they combine, and then you get a new deck, and it's automatically applied to your account.
Huh. Okay.
So if you had like, for mostly free, I did pay some, but it's mostly to get booster packs. But I got like enough contact for like 5 booster packs just by doing that event, and it was mostly free.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright then. Okay.
Yeah, and it's fun. Very fun. So the decks that I made, so I made an all Rohan deck.
You got your. You got to do a ride.
I got a Rohan deck where it's everything Rohan related, where it's all about pushing stuff out. I tend to be that player to push out summoning creatures as much as possible. I also have a Gondor deck
Huh.
where it revolves around. I have an Aragorn card. I have an Arwen Mortal Queen card, which is one of the best one of my favorite cards in the game because of some abilities she has. And then I do have them together, the wedded cards that you saw in the starter set.
Hmm.
And then a bunch of other cards, including Grey Ghost.
Huh.
The Grey Host, which is the Army of the Dead.
Hmm. Nice. That was a cool scene.
Super cool.
Yeah, they were cool in the movie.
Also, I think I did tell you about the change they did in the movie as opposed to the book.
I think you
Do you
said.
want a reminder?
I think if I remember, didn't you say like they didn't help out actually in like the big battle for Gondor? Like they never charged out a ship with Aragorn and Legolas.
Right. What they did was they took out the reinforcements. So, like, in terms of strategy, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the strategic level, yeah, they did plenty of helping.
But it's just.
But
it's more visually cool to see. Like, oh my gosh, he's leading an army of the undead.
Again, it's not as cool as the army of them helping out in the final battle.
Yeah.
Not the final battle, the next to last battle.
Mm-hmm.
And it's certainly a lot better than them being butlers and maids.
What? What do you mean?
Oh, that's a reference to the Borman script.
Huh.
That script is awful.
Okay.
It's cringe.
It's cringe? Oh, alright. Alright then. Well.
Yeah. And then I also have a Mordor deck. Oh. Oops, I accidentally deleted one of my Mordor decks.
Oh no!
Essentially, don't worry, I can just reassemble it and probably make it better. Basically, the idea is it's a horde deck where one of the mechanics is amassing a horde. Orc horde. And so I made a deck around it, and I just deleted it without realizing it.
Oof.
Just now. But then the other one I called the Shadow of Mordor, which is all about Nazgul and spirits and hunting for the ring.
Oh,
yeah, so for this set, an exclusive mechanic is this thing called being tempted by the ring. It's essentially a little chart thing. When the cards say a keyword saying being tempted, you pick one of your guys to be the ring bearer, and every time tempted brings up, you can switch ring bearers. And there's special abilities you have on a separate thing depending on your level, ranging from enemy stronger than you, can't block you, or can't block you, to at the end is like every time this ring bearer attacks the player person, he loses more health. So it's kind of encouraging where you put the ring bearer as the guy who's weaker as opposed to the guy who's stronger, so that they can get past the more stronger opponents.
It's my precious.
Super cool.
My ring. My precious.
Alright.
Yep.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm just gonna stop right there.
Okay.
I talked about what, 20 to 15 minutes?
About Magic the Gathering Lord of the Rings. Nice.
Yeah.
Alright.
I recommend you get it, and it's for the price of which size Transformers, just to give you the good the $30 Transformers.
Voyager?
Yeah, for the amount of the Voyager, you can get 2 decks. Get into it, and they're all preset. You don't really need to buy anymore.
Alright.
You could just play with a friend in person or online.
Huh.
Like, join up with me.
I'll think about it. Okay. Well, there we go. What is happening? Who's... Hold on. Real quick. Let me check real quick. What's going on outside? Someone's arguing outside of my room. Let me check real quick.
Uh-oh.
Okay. It's nothing really that big. Alright. Oh, almost pulled out my headphones there. Yikes. Alright.
Yeah, I do have to go to bed.
Oh.
I promised my dad to drive to church early, so.
Ah, okay.
He promised to pay me money, so I could probably, most likely I'll spend it to buy more magic cards.
Alright. Alright. Well, have a good night then, Ninja.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.
Ciao. Alright. Well, in that case, then we can now move on to our next topic. Alright. Now, I wanna say this real. Ask you real quick comment. Can you just for this, because Nick wants to show me Small Soldiers. He wants to show me this. So, if possible, can you keep spoilers to a minimum?
Oh, okay. I thought you already saw it. Okay.
Yeah, I was just gonna suggest Chase. I can tell you when he's done talking, so and you can deafen.
That's all right. I just I want to also make sure everything's going all right.
Well,
So.
no. I saw that new the fan. Is it fan made trailer?
Most likely. And it's not a trailer. It's
sorry, a
concept. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I can't talk also about that. I think.
Well, like
He hasn't seen that either.
well, just tell me, like,
Oh.
well, just tell me, like, what is like the basic premise of Small Soldiers?
Well, from what I understand, it's it's a movie that's it's pretty much a critique of like violence
Okay.
and like violence in toys and media.
Oh.
You have your
All right.
it's action comedy.
Mm.
Comedy.
Okay.
And pretty much it's kind of like essentially someone had the bright idea to put military technology in toys.
Huh. All right. I'm assuming that went well.
Yeah.
Nice.
No. It's kind of like it's like a jab at corporations, in the very beginning of the movie.
Okay.
And it shows like this one called Global Tech taking over Heartland Toy Company.
Okay. So a military company takes over a toy company.
Not military. It's like conglomerate, military, home.
Okay.
Think Disney. Think
Okay.
Disney. Like, it's not just like a Disney company. They have Marvel. They have Fox. Wait, not Fox. No, what? What is that?
Wait, what are
Then-
what are you referring to?
I'm trying best way to describe Global Tech.
Okay.
Global Tech. And remember, they just own everything.
Okay, so there's
You
there's just some big corporation, and
Yeah.
these guys put military technology into toys.
Yes. Because
Okay.
there's like it has problems, and there's like where a surplus sitting in a warehouse somewhere.
Okay.
And why did I find it? And there are these two factions, the Gorgonites and the Commando Elites.
Alright.
Which is pretty much like a parody, of 90s action toys and, action hero.
Comment. Before you say anything else, let me send this to you.
So like G.I. Joe and Cobra. So I'm assuming it's like that. It's like a G.I. Joe Cobra kind of dynamic going on.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, so
Yeah.
Alright, so with these toys now having military technology and like these guys, so is this? Oh, I'm starting. So is this like Toy Story? Where, like the toys come to life?
Well, they do. Well, they do have Buzz Lightyear syndrome.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay.
And they
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying my best here. Of course,
well,
things happen.
All right. Like who are our characters? Who are we following these for these toys?
Well,
I think the main character is a human. Was he played by the guy who played John Connor?
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
For long. I know the one female character who was his friend is Mary Jane.
Oh, where?
I mean, where?
Which Mary Jane?
MJ, like Mary Jane Watson.
Yeah, but which Spider-Man?
There's one Mary Jane.
What?
Chase, the one in the MCU is not Mary Jane.
No, I'm talking about
Joe.
I know that. So you're talking about the one in what's?
Yes, the original.
Okay.
That's why I said Mary Jane.
Well, I don't know. Like I'm thinking, like, are you talking like the Mary Jane's like the TV shows, like?
Okay, so good. There, apparently he appeared. Gregory Smith, who played the main character.
Okay.
Alan. Yeah, apparently he appeared in Leaping Leprechaun. Oh.
What?
Like, oh wait. No, never mind. I thought that was something else. Sorry. Okay, he appeared in Small Soldier, Zeon Girl, the 21st Century. Let's see. Huh. I don't see any Terminator.
No, so it's not ever for long, no.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, he appeared in a hobo with a shotgun.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, so
I really watched that movie.
Okay, so so you got those. What about like the toys? Like what you said, the two factions, like the Commandos. Like what? Who are we following there?
Well, we have Major Chip Hazard, played by Tommy Lee Jones.
Okay.
Let's see. Here it is. Brick Bazooka.
Okay.
Butch Meat Hook. Kip Killigan.
Kick Killigan.
Nick Nitro.
That's a wonderful
Nick
name.
Nitro.
Okay.
And Link Static.
Kick Killigan. That's a beautiful name. I am Kick Killigan. Alright. There are only 2 sets of Spider-Man live action. Anyway, guys, I look, like, to my mind, it's not just the movies when it comes to Spider-Man. Like, so like if you just say MJ, I'm taking counts like MJ like from like the shows as well. Like my mind doesn't just automatically go to MJ from the movie. That's what's going on. So I got confused there. Like which MJ? That's what I meant by which MJ. Like what? Like from the movies, from the shows? I don't know which one.
And we have for the Gorgon Knights we have Archer, Slamfist, Insaniac,
Alright.
Ratchet,
Okay.
Con, Punch It, and Akula. Akula, as you know, like Oculus.
Ah.
Akula.
Huh.
He's just an eyeball and legs.
Alright. When has MJ ever been known in live action? What?
And they give you.
What are you talking about, anime guy?
And
you guys are confusing me even more now. I don't. Let's move on. So okay, who else? What other characters are there?
well, you know, you have human characters, Alan,
Okay.
his parents, the girl next door, played by the girl next door, played by, let's see, oh, and
Okay, so
played by Kristen Dunst.
Duns. Alright.
Kirsten Dunst.
Oh, Kirsten. Oh. Okay.
Oh, she was. Oh, she wasn't. She was a Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah, Kirsten Dunst, MJ. Okay. So.
Oh, she's blonde.
Huh?
Yeah.
No.
All right. So, anyway, so besides the fact that like the military put this company put military stuff in toys, and I guess they came to life. They have Buzz Lightyear syndrome. What is like the overall like premise of the movie? Like, what's happening? What's our goal here? Like, is it just the toys come to life and then shenanigans happens?
Yeah, shenanigans.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Shenanigans happen.
Okay. All right then.
Yeah.
Where's my mouse?
You know, another reason why I watched the movie, because I was watching a behind-the-scenes feature.
Okay.
You know how they can have how they use a bit of like this movie use CGI, but they also use puppets.
Wait, is this movie live action?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't know that. See, I thought it was like a animated thing. Okay. So it's live action.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. See, that actually really helps me a lot now when you say MJ, Nick, because I thought this was like an animated thing going on. Okay. All right. So, toys come to life, shenanigans happens. That's pretty much the premise of the movie. What did you like about it overall, Comet?
Well, there's some story stuff I really like, and it's very entertaining. Very entertaining.
Alright.
It keeps your attention.
Okay. Who's like any like standout characters? Like anyone stood out to you? Like, oh man, like when I think of this movie, I remember, that character. he or she, it was a blast. Oh, that was wonderful.
I like Major Chip Hazard.
Major Chip Hazard. All right.
Yeah, he's like.
What's so cool about him?
He's a cliche. Essentially.
That's it?
Action hero,
He mentions that. He says that in a good way.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
like, Chang is. What's the best way I could describe this?
Like,
you remember the soldier from TF2?
Yes.
Him.
Ah, nice. This is a bucket. No, dear God.
Dear God.
But there's
There's
more.
more. No.
No. Once I think about it, you mentioned soldier. He
Uh.
kind of reminds me of like a more serious version of the soldier from TF2. Wait, no, damn it.
No, that's pretty accurate.
No. I was wrong then, Nick. So when you said TF2, I thought Transformers 2.
No, Anime Guy, I have not seen Small Soldiers. That's why I explicitly asked Comet to keep spoilers at a minimum, because Nick wanted to show me Small Soldiers. But I guess.
Yeah. Sorry, Nick. Yeah, when you said TF2.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. I just found that funny because like we said TF2 is the same logo they use for the TF Transformers 2 posters.
Alright.
But yeah. Yes, like Nick said, he's pretty much a soldier from TF2.
Okay.
Well, more serious in a funny way.
Also use your straight man. Alright.
No.
No? Oh, okay.
He is very much,
Oh. Well, you said in a more serious way, so...
Well,
the movie isn't so much a comedy.
Okay.
I mean, funny things happens, but it's more, action.
Huh. Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, when I said serious, it's got, that thing. It's so like, in my opinion, he's kind of so serious. And you go back to funny.
Huh. Okay.
I want to say try hard.
Alright. Hey,
no.
not. Oh, he's muted. Oh. Ah. Alright.
Like I said, you gotta see this movie changes. I can't say too much.
Okay. What about you, Nick? Since you also watched this movie, what can you say without spoilers?
I really liked it. It's also the movie that got me into what? Who?
Oh, dang it!
What is
It's
it
good for? Absolutely nothing.
I was gonna save that for when Chingas asks any final thoughts.
Oh.
Hey, you can still do that.
What is it good for? Okay.
Absolutely not. Which ties into the message of the criticism of violence in toys and stuff. Trying to sing the.
Okay. Who's your favorite character, Nick?
My favorite character? Probably Chip Hazard.
Chip Hazard. All right.
I really was surprised about.
What?
It did this movie didn't get a TV show.
It's a Joe Dante film, not?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
I mean, think about it. The Men in Black got a TV show. Godzilla got a TV show during the 90s.
Well, considering how the movie ends, it makes sense that it didn't get a show.
True. Yeah.
Also, it bombed at the box office, so it didn't. The demand wasn't there.
Dang.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Alright.
Pretty sure that's all Joe Dante films not named Gremlins.
That's so fucking true.
Oh,
Wait, really? Is Gremlins his only successful film?
Yeah, Gremlins is his most successful film because like everything Joe Dante, like essentially everything Joe Dante makes is really creative, but then eventually something similar to it will just come during the same time to just feel its thunder. When he made The Adventurers, that was the same summer Lost Boys came out.
Oh no.
When he made, I think it was, when he made Inner Space, a really funny film. I think another science fiction film, I can't remember which, came out at the same time, and that's what stole it. It stole its thunder away from him.
What?
Howling.
Oh, the Howling
was like the success for that was just taken from American Werewolf in London.
Ah. What about Small Soldiers? What came around that time?
Small Soldiers, the thing about that film is just its success was just because, well, no, it was just because Joe Dante got screwed over by the studio.
Ah. Ah, damn.
You will never get screwed again with Looney Tunes back in action.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Looney Tunes back in action. Ah, I remember that. Wow.
Joe Dante's a really great director. Like I recommend you watch his films because they're all just like underrated gems.
Yeah.
Like he made Inner Space. He made Matinee with John Goodman.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, cool.
Can we also appreciate that the man ended up making Gremlins 2, which not only acted as a sequel, but as a fucking parody of the first movie?
I will make Gremlins. I will make the sequel to Gremlins, but I'm going to only make it so I can mock the first movie.
Wait, we watched the
first. When you direct the first movie, that is the point.
I'm making. I made the monkey paw, and I will make it curl.
Wait, we watched the first Gremlins for the Howling Marathon. Did we do the second one yet?
There's a problem with the second one that prevents it, and it's the fact that you know how Gremlins was a horror comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Gremlins 2 is mostly just comedy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's mostly just a parody of like it's just a movie mocking Gremlins 1 and the success of Gremlins.
Wow.
Gremlins 2 is fantastic, but for different reasons than the first one.
Oh, okay. Okay then.
You could potentially be scared of the first Gremlins like I was when I was young.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really be scared with Gremlins 2.
Okay.
The Gremlins in the first one are chaotically dangerous, and that was what makes them scary.
Mm-hmm.
And while that's still technically relevant in the second one, they're very much 100% comic relief.
Ah, okay.
It's pretty much the comedy Decepticons.
Oh! Sold!
Gremlins in it.
I realized this, but there's a faction in Warhammer Fantasy called the Skaven. And it's basically just a faction of Starscreams. Their whole point is that they are you know, the average one is about as tough as a human.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a fuck ton of them.
Mm.
Like they outnumber humans like your average human's like 10 to 1 and like the tabletop.
Mm-hmm.
Problem, you think they win, right?
Uh-huh.
Problem is, they're all fucking cowards.
Ah!
And they run away. And they're all and like most armies are not about shooting into your own troops, but this gave and shoot into their own troops.
Also, they backstab each other?
Their big disadvantage is that they are all treacherous cowards.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's magical. And it says in-world show. Perhaps the in-world show was supposed to be its continuation? What's in-world? I never heard that. What's in-world?
I don't know.
I'm looking it up. In-world show. TV series. No, come here. There we go.
I think, I could be wrong, but I think the reason Small Soldiers didn't do so well is because Batteries Not Included came out at the same time. Could be wrong.
Batteries Not Included?
Wait, let me look that up real quick.
It's another sort of film.
Huh. I don't know what you're talking about.
1988.
I don't know what you're talking about, Anime Kai.
1987.
I don't even. But just like the first with Joe Dante films is all of his films just get overshadowed by something that is very similar.
Aw.
But it just stole its thunder.
Oh shit, he wrote for Twilight Zone? Dang.
He wrote,
Wow, okay. That's cool. Well, he wrote a bit for Hawaii Five-0. There's a 2016 MacGyver show? What?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Huh.
A lot of shows during 2016 was just the year where they tried to bring back a lot of shows and they kind of just failed because they didn't advertise it enough.
Ah, I didn't know there was a 2016 MacGyver show. Oh. Okay. Alright. Alright. Well, I guess then, I guess this goes for all you then. Anything else about Small Soldiers that, sticks out to you besides, the song? Okay, maybe I'll ask, what do you think is, what is the appeal of Small Soldiers? What makes it, a really great movie?
It's well written.
It's well written. All right.
Yeah. And
okay.
Good cast. Got that song. Get that song stuck in your head. I can still remember the commercials.
Why do you like it, Nick?
Why do I like it?
Yeah, Small Soldiers. What is it that you find great about it?
It's very fun.
Small Soldiers is just a fun movie about bigotry.
Bigotry?
Essentially.
But that, long story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's watch the movie. You understand.
I didn't know you did not mention anything about bigotry, Comet. So
We'll get to that eventually when you see it.
okay.
There's a reason for that, changes.
Okay, so bigotry is a big thing in the movie. All right.
Just so you know, Chings, the title of the movie is not the they are not the main characters.
No.
Okay.
But that's all. But that's all. I guess we're gonna say.
Okay then.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, in that case, then, we're already at the halfway point of the podcast tonight. Oh wow, this is gonna be a short stream, which is good because you want to show me Sonic Prime, Nick. So. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, then. Oh, what?
Speaking of Sonic Prime, did that ever finish?
New episodes just came out.
Yep, season 2 just came out. Oh, Comet. We
Just,
haven't, came out like a week or two ago. I don't remember.
Yesterday. It came out yesterday.
Oh, yesterday? Oh, I wasn't paying attention to the release dates.
No.
Like, all right.
Dang.
But it came out. So.
Okay.
Oh. You were gonna say something?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
No, I was just saying.
All right. Alright, let me just sand this part of the piece down. Why, Gruel, do you fight me? You and your nut marks. Oh, I will get you next time. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna put this leg together for this Gunpla, and I put together the wrong pieces. Awesome. Wonderful. Woohoo. Woohoo! There we go. That's the right piece I need to sand down. Okay. Well, anyways, speaking of Gunpla, Mashtik, you available?
Yes.
All right. So Mashtik, you are talking about more Gundam. Oh my gosh.
Yes. It's a Gundam.
It's a Gundam.
So, I just finished watching Mobile Suit Gundam Zeta through for the second time. I've been showing the shows to my little brother.
How do you like it?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it.
Nice.
I got him into Gunpla a little bit.
Nice.
So mobile. So let's go over the. I was just hoping we probably talked about Zeta a whole bunch before, so I'll just give it a good rundown, and I guess maybe for like 40 minutes, we could have a fun just back and forth talking about what we like about Zeta.
Okay.
So Gundam Zeta was released in 1985. It was made by Sunrise and directed by made by Yoshiyuki Tamino and produced by Sunrise. And it was basically Sunrise going, man, we made a lot of fucking money from that, from Mr. Kill 'Em All. Mr. Kill 'Em All is wanting to kill them all. Let's let him kill them all. And so we killed them all. And put one into a coma.
Nice.
Gundam Zeta is the darker Gundam series with a lot bigger of a budget, a lot more episodes, and a lot more freedom for Mr. Tamino. It's really the show Tamino wanted to make, and you can tell that there's a lot of passion in this.
I'm going to stop you right there. It's actually the show that he didn't want to make.
Really?
He feels really, nowadays he feels
very ashamed of Zeta.
Huh.
Okay, but what about back then?
Back then, he was when he was writing the show, he was in one of his moods because essentially he already scripted Zeta before, when OG ended. He already had it scripted out. He already had like Double Zeta scripted out.
Really?
Because essentially, what the purpose of the original OG to Char's counterattack, it was supposed to be one saga of stories that just revolved around Char, just like his fights, him fighting the Earth Alliance, him becoming an ally, and then ultimately just him going back to evil. And Zeta was the second part of that, but the problem was when OG stopped, like when OG, like the series was like unsuccessful. That's when he got into one of his moods, because Gundam was the series he poured his heart into. He and this was before they decided to do the compilation movies, and that's when that's when Gundam really became popular. He just essentially one night, I think he said just in a drunken stupor, one night he just rewrote the entire Zeta script.
Oh my gosh.
And he essentially just created something that was very darker than he originally intended.
Really?
Yeah. Because he just thought to himself, you know what, we just
fuck these characters. They need to suffer.
It's like, you everyone, you don't like Gundam? Oh, then I'll give you a reason to not like Gundam.
Oh. Okay.
Classic Tomino. He failed. Everybody loved it.
He failed upwards.
Tomino is the only one who can make something that he will just say was a mistake, and his mistake is one of the most critically acclaimed works in his filmography.
Mission failed successfully.
He failed upwards. That's amazing. Tom was such an interesting man.
It really is.
Okay, I didn't know that about Zeta.
But you could tell that he put a lot of elbow grease into this, and everybody working on it put a lot of elbow grease into it.
He hated it so much that he poured all of his passion into it.
I think after when the movies, when the movies became successful, he realized he had the script on chance. He realized he didn't have enough time to rewrite it again to something, because I think eventually he just forgot what he originally had. And then he just decided to himself, you know what, I'm just gonna make this the best out of this, and he did. He really did.
Wow. So I'll write a story that everyone's gonna hate. Actually, sir, people like Gundam. Well, I guess we'll just have to work with what we got.
Well, I guess they just gotta make Double Zeta.
So Matchstick, what's new this side of the Earth sphere? What the hell happened?
So, I'd say I was really surprised going back to it. I'd say the most interesting thing to me was the pacing.
Okay.
It's that classic Tom. I'm surprised at how just episodic it was.
Really?
Yeah. I remember it being episodic, but I thought it was going to be kind of more like arcy, I guess I'd say. Something, I guess, more like for example, Gundam X. And it really was much more in the old vein of, yeah, there are no two-parters. It's just, while technically being one complete story, it's one continuous story. It is incredibly episodic. And it is, trying to find a word for it, but it has a lot of advantages and disadvantages.
What would you say are disadvantages?
Trying to phrase this. While the individual storylines don't continue on to the next episode. Like, not in an arc fashion, where it's kind of 1 minute. Well, the entire series, 50 episodes, is one story. It's like a sub story told in like 3 episodes.
Okay.
But it doesn't. But they don't. Like it doesn't really do arcs very well. It just kind of has this flow, but that sometimes it's better to have constructed mini arcs in series. Like Gundam X paces itself really well like that.
Yeah.
And this is definitely the best, so it's not really noticed. It's still, what could be.
Okay.
I was surprised that Jared survived so long.
Alright.
Ask me some questions.
Go ahead, Nod.
Well, this is like, what is your thoughts of the Titans compared to every other faction in the Universal Century?
Kind of refreshing that they're just such a dickheaded faction with just about nobody redeemable. Top down, they're all horrible people. It's kind of funny that one of the most just blackest evil organizations, it just straight up is in one of the most morally complex of the Tomino series. And I find that kind of refreshing in a weird way.
Okay.
They have the drip.
They have the drip. Yeah, they do. All right.
On a character by character level, it's kind of okay, because most of the characters are good, but not many of them are great.
Okay. Are you gonna say something?
So yeah, like no, I agree with Matchstick. Zeta's biggest strength is just not because I think the like what's so great about the OG is you had the ensemble. You had like all of the people of white base. But I think Zeta's biggest strength is just the two. It's
Camille and Char, and they do it really well.
Yeah, it's wait, the entire series is just their relationship. You know, from the moment they meet each other to the final battle against Grips. It's something that they focus on most of the series. It's really great, but then you stand back and you kind of notice it's like a lot of the other characters only really get fleshed out only in relation to their relationship with either Char or Camille. Like when Amuro is sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, and there are ones that don't, but it's not. A lot of the time, it's not handled in a great way.
Okay.
Like Kotz. Kotz is really fucking annoying.
You don't like Kotz.
He's not as bad as I remember, but he's still so stupid. Stupid simp. You should know better.
Alright.
Like, Jared technically has. They try to do stuff with him outside of Camille, but he always just ends up turning back into villain of the week. Who else?
One thing I always liked about Jared is it kind of just felt like Tomino very early on. He didn't want to make the idea of the rival just something that sticks. He kind of wanted to break it up and just be like, yeah, Jared is Camille's rival, but Camille doesn't acknowledge that. Camille just simply acknowledges Jared as, oh, hey, it's that guy I punched. And he keeps coming back.
He was a rival for a bit, but it felt like Camille matured past that, while Jared continued to focus on it.
Exactly. It feels intentional. That it's just like it's so one-sided that ultimately that's just what Jared's downfall is that he never understands that like the people around him should be the most important thing. He just keeps trying to one up Camille, and that's why Camille just kills everyone he loves and respects.
Well, Jared ends up getting him killed.
It's kind of.
Oh no, go ahead, comment.
One thing that's kind of funny: a grown man trying to one up a teenager.
Huh. What do you think about Camille compared to the other, protagonists of Universal Century Matchstick?
He's a very unique one. But like I'd say Tomino does a very good job at differentiating his main characters. Non-Tomino guys sometimes succeed, sometimes fail, but Camille is he's a very colorful main character. mostly due in part to a lot due to his attitude. Sometimes it can drive. Sometimes when he doesn't master it, it can drive him into being kind of a school shooter. And then once he masters it, he's just a very defiant. I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for my own reasons, kind of character. And it's I ain't gonna take shit. And he's very respectable. He matures in his own way, and I really like that. Like you can compare him to Amuro, and Amuro's much. He was more of a gentle soul. In like the beginning, compared to like Camille, who's like, Come on! I'm gonna you fucking policeman! You punch me! I'm gonna crush you with a mobile suit.
Okay, that's it. Look at story in background.
Let's hear.
Let me see.
Bright's character arc. And it really does suck how it ends for him, because he really didn't deserve that. He did some stupid shit, but Paptimus Shirako mind raping him is not a good chapter in his character's life. But yeah, I really like Camille.
What about go ahead now?
I was just gonna be like, I love Camille. Like he's one of my favorite protagonists. It's just because he is a rampant asshole. Camille would just do things because he gets slighted, or just because he's he's very intelligent, but he's very impulsive. So it's just like, oh yeah, when he has the shot, he'll take the shot. Like I never understood the idea that people have about Gundam, where like all their protagonists are just like pacifists. It's like, no.
Camille comes in, he's like, you call me a pacifist? I'm sorry, you call me a pacifist? Pacifist? Are you insulting me? You don't want me to break your legs? Because I'll do that. I'll fucking do it. And I'll fucking do it again.
Camille, even towards the end of the show, basically just goes, hey, I don't want to shoot you, but if I have to, I will.
Camille's like, I'll fucking do it again. I'll do it in both kneecaps.
I think I remember it was in one of the Super Robot Wars games, where one of Camille's lines when you fight an enemy is just, this is your fault. You shouldn't be here. This is your fault that you're gonna die.
He is that type of character. You punch a guy and say it's the other guy's fault.
Exactly. It's like when he first punched Commissioner Wong, Chairman Wong. It's like when he gets punched back, he's like, violence is the answer. Because he's just losing the fight.
Unfortunately, he's at judo, because judo is a better fighter. Judo did in fact win his fisticuffs with Chairman Wong.
Oh. I kind of want to ask now. So since Camille's such a unique Gundam protagonist, how come no one's really tried to do something like that again? Unless they did, and I just don't know it.
It's because Hero is popular, and Kira is popular. And they sort of just became the poster boys of the series.
Has there been any Camille clones? Like any at all?
Not really. Because I feel like a lot of other series that tries to replicate what Gundam does, they either make the stoic capable badass, or the I don't want to shoot you, like lay down your weapon type of character.
Yeah, like you said, the hero or the Kira.
Didn't you say Seed Destiny was like somewhat of like Zeta clone? Somewhat?
Yeah, because Shin has a bit of like Camille in him, where like a lot of his isms is just comes down to like, hey, did you look at me in the wrong way? I kill you. I'm gonna kill you. Like, yeah, he's a lot more emotionally driven. But I think the difference is like Shin is a lot more like self-conscious compared to Camille. Like Camille will always, there's a period in his time where he will always lick his wounds, but Camille is he's arrogant, and that's what I kind of like about him. Just he feels like a teenager. He'll try to kick your ass, and then he'll bullheadedly say that, you know, I would have won that fight if I did this.
Camille just has such attitude. It's amazing.
You know, funny you mention that. Now, isn't Jared kind of the same way? You know, I would have won if I had this. I would have won if I didn't do that. I would have won if I didn't have this diarrhea going on. Camille.
That's true.
But there, yeah, and then let's go to Char.
Yeah.
Char.
Mr. Forfeit
Buddy
China.
boy.
What a beautiful name for an alter ego. For vagina.
Love Char here. I love Char in Zeta because he feels so far away from what he was in the original.
It feels like he's trying to learn from what he did, and now he's like, hey, maybe infiltrating the enemy and assassinating them is not a great plan. Why don't I just form a group to kill him?
I think what I love the most about like Zeta Char is just he just ultimately recognizes that none of what I did in the original just gave me like peace and just like the satisfaction that I wanted. But now that that's over, I can kind of just start over and become a new person. So essentially, he just becomes the dude.
All right. So
and you get kind of the feeling that while he is trying to maybe this is because I've watched Char's counterattack and know how he ends up. There is kind of a pull to him in a lot of situations. This kind of a bubbling nihilism.
I think a lot of like with like Zeta, like a lot of the beginning of Zeta, Char kind of just figured out like, oh, kind of don't know what I'm doing, but like I really don't like what the Earth Spirit's doing, so I'm just gonna combat that.
It feels kind of lost, and I feel like he's projecting a lot of stuff that I don't know that he wants to do or something onto Camille.
That's true because one moment I really like is from the first episode where when Char has to abandon his Rictius to essentially infiltrate the colony. You know, it's a callback to the original, where it's like he's like he gets through into like the layer of Green Colony.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's Noah Colony 7. Green Noah 7. That's what it was. When he's inside, he catches he gets like a glimpse of something. And he's like, "Who is that? Is that Almaro? Is that Lila?" Because essentially, Char, as a new type, he's very interesting. Where it's like you think like compared to Amuro, he would understand that a lot more because it's in a philosophy that his father always espoused. But you get the feeling that Char never really understood what his father meant by the new type. He always assumed like, oh, his father was passionate about something, and that sort of just got him killed. But then like, I always wondered how much had Char had a connection with Lala. Like, I'm pretty sure they had a connection. But I don't ever think it was as strong as...
I feel like it was very one-sided.
It was. Like, the moment Char sensed Camille the first time, that just became, like, not only the start of Camille's awakening, but just his awakening.
Okay. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say because a lot of what happens in Char's counterattack, like, you know, with him controlling the Sazabi and all of that, like, he got better doing that compared to like the Zeong, just because he was around Camille so much. They had such a tight bond that like Char understood, like Char just understood, it's like, oh, this is just like what it means to be in an actual relationship with someone, like where I don't have to fake it to eventually kill them.
And it's, I feel like Char in this series is in more of a dark place than most people really recognize.
What do you think about Char's relationship evolving with Amuro in the series?
I find it kind of I find it kind of interesting. Like Char's probably in a darker place, but he's very good at faking it. Putting on those sunglasses. So Amuro thinks he's recovered a whole lot, and one of the good guys. So Amuro feels like he has Amuro is feeling like he has legitimate camaraderie with Char, and he's happy for him. And Char, I feel like is starting to get in the groove a little bit more, and is trying to, and is, he does have a new type connection with Amuro to some extent, and is so he does feel like a bit of good camaraderie with Amuro, and it's where it leads when Char turns a dark path. But it really is probably the high point in their. It is definitely the high point in their relationship. What do you guys think?
I agree with you. I think, like, I always think it's like when, like Zeta Char with Amuro, like that was just the period of his time where he just became a lot buddy with him. You get the feeling that there's still a sadness there for what happened to Lala, but he wants to move past that. Because part of him really does feel like, I'm sure it was a mistake. He didn't kill her. He didn't kill mommy by accident. He killed mommy by accident. That was not on purpose. Everything's good. We're good. He wanted to kill me. I understand that. That was expected. Sorry. No, it's fine. It's like you get this sense of like him actually getting to talk to Amuro, not just like blink at him behind a mobile suit. Actually get to talk to him. You get the sense that like Char really gets a sense of like, wow, we are kind of alike. Even without like the new typisms, just like, we can sense each other, but it's like, I kind of like you, young guy, because
pretty cool.
Because even though Amuro is like, I don't know how I feel about a Char after the war. Especially since he came up to me, dead ass, told me that he was here to laugh at me. But you really get the sense that when Amuro like decides, you know what, I'm gonna let go of my PTSD. I'm just gonna get back into a mobile suit. I'm just gonna rock this. Char was like, respect. That's a man right there. That's a man with courage.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, go ahead, not.
I think that's it. I don't know if I have anything else to say.
Okay.
I do. The animation is fucking fantastic, especially compared to 79. Like, just go back. It is really good. Yes.
Oh, I just mentioned they have a lot of like MSB suits appear in this as well.
MSB.
I don't think Meshik knows about
mobile suit.
I don't think Meshik knows about mobile suit variations common.
So, mobile suit variations matchstick, essentially just like Kunio had a sketchbook where he just started sketching a lot of mobile suit ideas, and it never really went into like OG or Zeta. And so
yeah. I know about. Okay, yeah, I remember you guys telling me about this. I didn't know it was called mobile
Yeah.
variations. Okay.
Yeah, but like when they attack Jaburo, there were a lot of like a heavy gun cannon, the gym cannon.
A gym cannon. Alright.
Yeah.
Oh no, go ahead.
But the mobile suit designs, I feel like, well, not unusual. It's pretty standard. 079 stuff. I feel like it's kind of like it's an evolution of the 079 stuff. Just I'd say better. Well, not better, but a lot of it's better, and all of it's more complex. And you get stuff like the Hyzak, which is just straight up the Zaku.
Okawara was still designing, right?
Yeah.
Which Gundam did he, stop doing designs?
I want to say his last one was after war.
Huh.
Because Turn A, a lot of those designs, while he did work as consultant, a lot of those designs were like by Sid Mead. And then Seed onwards just didn't have him as a consultant anymore. Because I think it's like he was still part of Sunrise, but like he would he realized Gundam was kind of moving past him, so he just decided, hey, you know what, like I guess I'll just do like Brave things, because Brave still likes to, because even though Brave has Brave takes some inspiration from other stuff, it still likes the old type of, the vintage type of like mecha look. And so he sort of stick with that.
Okay. You may have pissed someone off by making the joke that Yamato's a shitty submarine anime guy. People think Yamato's overrated for a reason. Huh.
What, the actual sub? I'm like, well, yeah.
Listen, man, the Yamato is a great submarine, just as the Titanic Searcher sub is.
Oh my gosh.
The Yamato looked cool, but the problem was like you never got to see action, just because the U.S. took it out.
They put too much money into it that they couldn't use it because it was too expensive. Not to mention, it was all they could have made a whole bunch of like aircraft carriers.
Alright.
Which was the future.
The future.
So it just got blown up.
Oh my god.
No, but I was gonna be like, they could have, but let's be honest, most of their pilots weren't coming back.
Jesus, damn.
Oh
my god.
What's kind of ironic about the Titans?
What?
They put the hunt down Xenon remnants, and yet they're the one using all the mono-eye mobile suits.
The Titans. I wonder if I still have that meme.
Yeah. I'm surprised nobody ever mentioned that in the show. But like, hey, we're going to be hunting Xenon, right? Yes. So why are we using a bunch of? So why are all of our mobiles that have mono eyes on them? Is that like a Xenon thing?
I like to imagine it's just, well, like, it's because we trained in them so long. So they like because that's what I really liked about 0083.
Oh, yeah, the training Zaku's.
It's just like some of the recruits were just so used to working on not just like simulations, but just like actual Xeon tech that is just like, well, I kind of prefer the Xeon tech over like. It's one thing I like about Gundam compared to a lot of other series is that it prioritize, some of the best series prioritize the idea that it doesn't matter how shiny your gun is, it's like it's seen as useless if none of your pilots feel comfortable using it. That's why Glemmy lost the war.
All right.
Glemmy.
All right.
All the kids run away. Kids run. It's Glemmy. He's coming. Don't let him catch you.
Alright,
yeah, all in all, Zeta, one of the best Gundam series. If you haven't watched it, go watch the original 79, and go watch Zeta.
I guess I was just gonna ask, how would you put this Zeta compared to all the other Universal Century shows you've seen?
It's probably the best.
It's the best? Alright. Alright, well, there we go then.
What about you guys? Where would you put it? Where would you guys put it?
I haven't finished watching Zeta yet.
Zeta's my favorite. Like Crossbone and F91, they're dope. They're super dope. But with Zeta just hits that feeling for me. I think it's just down to the fact. that I just like Char and Camille. Their brotherly relationship is just Camille will dead ass just be like, Char. There's an entire episode where Camille's just like, don't matter what you meet, what you call yourself. I think you're still Char-asable. And then a few episodes later, it's like Camille just gets over it. He's like, and it's like, okay, let's do this.
Fine. You're Quattro. You're quarter vagina.
You're Quattro.
Come on, Quattro. Let's go beat the Titans.
I also just love that moment where it's like they're fighting over the Kilimanjaro space, and it's like Camille and Char just piloting the transport ship that has their their suits in them. It's like Camille, like, I think this is the period where like something really terrible happened. He just feels like shit, and you just see the battle out there. He's like, like Char just like dead ass tells him, it's like, if you want to close your eyes, you can do that. You don't have to just make yourself miserable. Yeah, like I got you. I'm like, this is the real one. It's like, fuck the Titans. They broke up something beautiful.
Hmm.
It's getting late. I gotta head out.
Gotta head out.
Good night.
All right,
You guys have a good night.
Have a good night, Matt.
Have a good night, Master.
My opinion on Mission Impossible.
Uh-huh.
The ones I've seen. 1 the best. 3's good.
Hmm.
5's mid.
Aw. All right.
See you guys later.
See ya.
Yeah.
I still like Rogue Nation.
I don't even remember what happened in Rogue Nation other than the
I don't know. Rogue Nation was interesting.
That could be my fault because
No, I won't really say it's your fault. I will definitely say I don't know what it. I probably have to rewatch it. I probably have to rewatch Rogue Nation, but Rogue Nation just for some reason to me is the most I don't like saying it, but I guess forgettable of the Mission Impossible movies. I don't know why though. Just something about it.
That's the one with Henry Cavill, right?
No, that's Fallout.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, Fallout. It's funny though. Fallout is the direct sequel to Rogue Nation, and I remember that significantly more than Rogue Nation.
Quick question, Genghis.
Yes.
Is there is there power armor in Fallout?
What?
he's talking about the film. The tagline is called Fallout.
Oh, I didn't know he was making a Fallout joke. Okay. No, unfortunately. But you do get to see Henry Cavill with a mustache, which and that movie is what caused him to CGI his face in Justice League.
And also in Mission Impossible Fallout, like Henry Cavill has a robot arm, so it's canon to Fallout 4.
No, he doesn't have a robot arm, but I wish he did.
Wasn't that the whole big thing? It's like, oh, like he could, like
what?
When he
no.
When he punched out that, I could be wrong, but it's like when he punched out like that bathroom tile. I think it's just like, oh, because
he's just that strong.
Oh, really?
No, there was no robot. There was no like robotic enhancements or anything like. He was just a really strong dude.
Oh wow, I must have been in.
Who was also a terrorist.
Like, I must have been hit hard by the Mandela effect.
Oh, okay. No, Henry Cavill didn't have a robot arm in Fallout. No, yeah, but like I was saying, I don't know. Just I probably have to rewatch Rogue Nation. Only really thing about Rogue Nation that I really find of value is it's where they introduce I cannot remember the actress's name for the love of my life, but I know her character Ilsa Faust. So there's that, and then she becomes a sort of a semi-mainstay.
Rebecca Ferguson.
Rebecca Ferguson, thank you. So Rebecca Ferguson's introduced in Rogue Nation, and she reappears in Fallout, and she also reappears in the new one, Dead Reckoning. And yeah, but yeah, I don't know, just Fallout. Yeah, I really have to rewatch Rogue Nation now, because I don't know, I just don't remember much of what happened in that movie. I don't know why. Maybe it's just a forgettable movie? I'm not sure. Cause like overall though, like I like the Mission Impossible movies. I think they're really fun. They're fun action movies where you get to see Tom Cruise just go batshit insane at times.
It's really weird because I think I remember like Ghost Protocol was people consider that the best thing, and then like when Rogue Nation came out, people were like, okay, that was okay, and then Fallout came out, and it's like, oh, that's the best thing. I'm like I don't know what happened.
I don't know either. I really need to rewatch Rogue Nation now. I just don't. I just don't remember much of what happened in that movie. I'm not sure.
I gotta head to bed now.
Oh. Alright, have a good night, Comet.
Well, good night, Comet.
Alright.
Good night.
Wait, hold on. America says, once the Federation captured the Gelgooks, they used them for a longest time. Well, because Gelgooks are cool.
Yeah. Like, Gelgooks were, like, impressive pieces of technology. Doesn't matter if they were made by the enemy. It's like, you know, like, those are the...
They were obsolete by the time of 0089. That didn't stop them from using it.
But there's, like, even then, like, there's a lot of, like, good tech you can improve upon.
Yeah.
That's just the idea, like, behind a lot of Gundam. It doesn't matter if, like, what you're using is outdated. It's like you could just use what was in there for, like, something even better.
Hell,
like,
the sleeves, by the time that was like 0090 something, right? A unicorn.
Yeah, 0090, like 4, 5.
Yeah, like by then the sleeves they were still using Gelgooks.
They were using like DOMs. I mean, sure. Like, I sort of agree with Black Comet. It's kind of silly that, veterans who probably haven't been spending enough time behind their suits, taking over a military base, kind of sound a bit far-fetched, but I still think, like, the idea of using old technology is not something that is necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's just, what do you call it? It's just that most of the times when they present something that's so cutting edge and so, like, top of the line, the problem is like, well, you can't expect someone to know how to use it out of the box. That's why they failed, because it's like you're so used to using, you're so used to, like, using essentially you're so used to your old car that when you get a new one, you're doing, like, so sloppy.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Oh, yonder.
So Changus.
Yes.
How much do you know about the original Mission Impossible television show?
Nothing. Except that the main guy there ended up becoming the main villain in the first Mission Impossible movie.
Yes.
That's all I know.
The actor or the main character?
The character.
The actor.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, the actor from the original television show, he turned out to be, like, the twist villain of that movie.
Yeah. He was Jim Phelps. So
Jim Phelps.
Yeah, it's like, it turns out Jim Phelps, he was the twist villain. It's like, he's like, oh my gosh, why'd you do it? Why'd you do it, John Boy? It's like, cause I'm not getting paid shit, Ethan. This job fucking sucks.
It's kind of funny, like, going back to the first film, kind of realizing that, like, a lot of the old, like, a lot of the original cast members just thought that the film was just, like, loud and stupid. Because the original Mission Impossible was something, like, very different. It was just like you get the sense that the original the original movie was going for, like, because it was directed by Brian De Palma. He's he directed like Scarface, like The Untouchables, all these big, like Blowout, like just these big like movies because he was part of New Hollywood, the New Hollywood generation. That's like.
Yeah.
Where it's like, Mission Impossible kind of came out of that. Wait, I'm gonna see what time, like when did like Heat come out?
Heat?
Michael Mann, the Michael Mann film.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. I've heard of it.
You should. It's that alongside around the same year, yeah, like
Heat 1995, Mission Impossible the year after 1996.
Like you really get this impression just from like the era it came out of with Mission Impossible. It's just a lot of it feels slick, but it also just feels like edgy, like the good type of edgy, and like dangerous.
Yeah.
So Changus, what did you think of the original film?
Well, overall, I really like the original film. I like all the Mission Impossible movies. I even have a spot in my heart for number 2. It's I don't know. It's just something about John Woo. I just like it. But I actually really did like the first Mission Impossible movie. I was actually, so I watched, I think my first Mission Impossible movie was the 4th one, Ghost Protocol. So when I watched the original one, I was actually surprised, like, there's not really that many, there's, like, big blowout stunts that, it has, like, Tom Cruise going and jack shit and saying, oh my gosh. Like, that's interesting. Like, this is relatively much more scaled back. Like, it's not, like, compared to, like, what you see now, like in Dead Reckoning. Like, one of the big stunts is Tom Cruise's what's it? I think it's speed. Is it speed gliding? Is that what it's called? Let me look at those. Speed. Yeah, speed gliding. Which is like it's like paragliding, but you're much closer to like the mountain and the hill, and it's very dangerous. So like, or like in Mission Impossible Fallout, the big stunt there was he's literally hanging, on a rope attached to a helicopter, or the one thing I do remember from Rogue Nation. This is the one thing I do remember from that movie is the big stunt he did, which was in the opening where, he's literally hanging onto a plane. Oh, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, I was about to say that. It's like it's like it was all in the trailers. It's just like, oh yeah, you watch Tom Cruise hang off the side of a plane.
It's like, oh my gosh. But like, compare that to the first Mission Impossible movie, I was like, this is much more toned back. This is a lot more scaled back. It's more or less Ethan doing a lot more detective work than, oh gosh, what's the big stunt Tom Cruise gonna do this time? And I actually really like that. It's very interesting. Oh, I do want to say this. In the new movie, Dead Reckoning, Kittredge comes back. So Kittredge, yeah, he's back. So I thought, oh, that's interesting. Kittredge is no longer the IMF director. He is now CIA director. So he got promoted. So I actually did have a kind of a I clapped when I saw a moment, like the guy's like, what do you think, director Kittredge? I was like, oh, Kittredge. Oh. So he's in the new movie. But yeah, I really liked our first Mission Impossible movie. Again, like, it's a lot more toned back, scaled back. It's not really about the the big stunts and stuff. It's a lot more detective work. I guess like obviously the big stunt that was going on is there's Tom Cruise hanging from the ceiling, like, oh gosh, Tom Cruise, you got carefully steal the floppy disk.
It's one of like him like hanging on the rope. It's one of the most referenced things in all of pop culture.
Mm-hmm.
Like more so than any of his other stunts. It's like, because it's simple, but it's just really that scene of just like every movement that Tom Cruise had to do in that one scene, he had to do like picture perfect.
Yeah. So I saw, but other than that, like, it was really interesting. Second one is just it's John Woo. I have a spot for it in my heart. I kind of like it. Mission Impossible 2 though is also kind of, for me, another sort of forgettable of the Mission Impossible movies.
Well, like I guess like with Mission Impossible 2, it's like, do you care about the plot? No.
Not really.
No, you're here because they got John, like, they spend all their money for John Woo. And John Woo's just gonna, like, John Woo and like Tom Cruise together, it's like filling two kids up with Pixie Sticks and just leaving them out in the house. Just gonna, they're gonna do something really irresponsible and dangerous, but like to be honest, you really want to see where it goes.
Yeah. I don't remember what the big stunt was in the second one, besides the with the knife.
Also, just like, I think like just the rock climbing in the beginning.
I guess.
Because it's like you may think to yourself, it's like, oh, it's okay, it's fine, but it's like that was Tom Cruise, not on a set, but actually out in the wilderness,
just free climbing.
Just free climbing without gear. So he's like, if he falls, he's just dead. We could have an alternate future where we just have no more movies.
Didn't they at least have like some kind of like safety net to catch him?
They did, but they didn't tell him because
they didn't tell him they had a net.
Because because like if he knew, he wouldn't have done the stunt.
So if he screwed up and he fell, would he be mad that they caught him?
Yes.
No, you should have let me die, you assholes! Now it's not authentic.
I'm not. I didn't. I screwed up. I should have faced my consequences.
Did he eventually learn about that?
He did, but obviously, in the movie, he's just like, but I did the stunt. Yeah. I did it right, so you didn't need to do it.
Oh my god. But the one. Oh, actually, no. I do remember. No, the big thing about Mission Impossible 2, my biggest takeaway is they introduced Ving Rhames, Luther. Ving Rhames was introduced in Mission Impossible 2, and since then he became a mainstay supporting character for Ethan Hunt. So I was like, hey.
That's true. It's also very Oh no, Luther was in the original.
He was? I don't remember him from the original.
He was scaled back.
Hmm.
Because I like it was a small part, and it was just like, oh, we need someone to fill in for this small part, and then it's like, they got Vin Rames to do it.
Hmm.
But because they thought to themselves, hey, you know, that's very unique. You get because it's like you get someone who Vin Rames was very into like a lot of crime movies, just playing like gangsters.
Mm-hmm.
And he just thought to himself, hey, you know, what if we just put him in a film where it's like he is essentially the nerd.
Hmm.
And that was like groundbreaking. And eventually in the film, like people just love the character that they just brought him back.
Hmm.
Because it was just like, yeah, because Vin Rames.
It's Ving Rhames. For the last time, I am not Mr. T by Ving Rhames.
Oh.
Yeah, Mission Impossible 2 though, it's just you're there for John Woo to see what he can do. And then the third one, it's one of the few movies I do like from J.J. Abrams. Unfortunately, Nick, this is also another movie where Alex Kurtzman wrote for it, so make of that as you will. Overall, Mission Impossible 3, I thought it was interesting. I actually liked it. Again, this is one of the few J.J. Abrams movies I do like. This is J.J. Abrams, so this is his classic mystery box sort of plot going on. You know, like, oh gosh, what's the mystery? We gotta find the rabbit's foot. What the hell is a rabbit's foot? I don't know.
We don't know. I think it essentially works because we aren't supposed to ever know what the rabbit's foot is. It essentially like what it expanded what like Pulp Fiction tried to do, where we didn't really know what was in the briefcase, and it's just like, oh, what if we just made that the whole. What if we just made that like the whole plot point?
Yeah. One of the big things in Mission Impossible 3 though is Ethan Hunt technically dies. He technically dies.
He
gets better.
It's better.
But there was the whole point was I think it was a bomb in his neck. He had a bomb in his body, and the whole thing is in order to deactivate it, he had to die. Technically, it was like his heart had to stop working. So they literally, Ethan Hunt literally had to stop his heart from beating. He was literally in cardiac arrest, and then okay, bomb's deactivated. Shit, we gotta revive him quickly before it's too late. Oh shit. So there's that. There is the big twist with his wife, but I don't want to reveal that because Nick hasn't seen Mission Impossible 3 yet.
Well, the one thing we can say is Mission Impossible 3 was the first time we see Benji.
That's right. Mission Impossible 3. Simon Pegg, Benji. One thing I like about Benji is each movie you see him progressively grow more and more of a spine. So I like that. But Benji's a cool character. Starting with Mission Impossible 3, your mainstay cast really for Ethan Hunt's team is Tom Cruise, Ethan Hunt, Ving Rhames as Luther, and Simon Pegg as Benji. Like those three are a good, like they're a good trio that stick together, pretty much since this movie, going forward. Like that's that's a good amount of movies there where it's just Simon Pegg, Tom Cruise, and Ving Rhames just being buddies. So there is that. I don't remember what the big stunt was for 3.
Wasn't it like he was like he had to they had to fling him into a car?
Was that it?
Because they had him run away from a bomb, and they simulated him actually being pulled away by the force of the bomb by slamming him into a car. Oh yeah, I think one thing to mention, like, if you do want to mention in Mission Impossible 3 was around this time. Because Viacom. Like Tom Cruise just told Viacom, hey, I'm not gonna do the Mission Impossible 3 press junket. You keep airing the Trapped in the Closet episode of South Park.
Okay, that's kind of funny. Alright. So Tom Cruise didn't promote the movie because he was salty over South Park. That's actually kind of funny.
Because like that was like during that time, that was just during like the moment where it's like he became really big into Scientology. And then it's like he just didn't, because of course, you know, Viacom had Comedy Central, and they were showing South Park. And so like
I am not going to promote Mission Impossible 3. Xenu said not to.
Xenu requests that if I promote Mission Impossible 3, you must take out the paper mache children making fun of me.
Is he still into Scientology, or?
Yes.
He is. Okay. Well, at least Tom knows that, you know, if a stunt goes wrong, he'll be meeting Xenu soon.
And so after 3, we get a long pause.
Yeah, it was a while. Like, it was oh my gosh, I'm trying to do the math. 5-year gap between Mission Impossible 2006 to 2011, and then 2011 the 4th one came out, Ghost Protocol, and that's the one I saw. And at least to me, like, the big takeaway I know definitely from Ghost Protocol was this is where Tom Cruise decided, okay, let's just go fucking wild, like even more wild with the stunts. Okay, like it's like we want to promote like super wild stunts, like just go crazy, fuck it. And like, okay, well, what do you want to do now, Tom? Have me climb a building. Okay, that's gonna not just any building. The big building in the Middle East, in Dubai. What? Yeah, that one. Like the tallest building in the world? Yeah, that one. I want to climb it. Freestyle. Tom, you can't freestyle climb. You can't free climb the tallest building in Dubai. Well, make it happen. And that's what it did. Obviously, you know, he was on wires and stuff. You know, they had to, but like, yeah, just this is the movie where they really started going out. Okay, let's just do all these crazy ass stunts. Fuck it. let's just do it. Another thing also I do a big takeaway from the fourth one, Mission Impossible 3, was so in the first 3 movies you get the hint that Tom Cruise, Ethan Hunt, you know, he's a good guy, right? He's your protagonist. He could be a little eccentric, but overall, you know, he's a good guy. But then, at least to me, the first 3 movies kind of had very different portrayals of Ethan Hunt. It's still the same guy, you know that, but like it's interesting. Like Mission Impossible, the first Mission Impossible, is mostly because, you know, what type of movies they were. Like the first Mission Impossible, Ethan Hunt's more of like just, you know, he's doing more of detective work than anything. You know, he's like Detective Ethan, Detective Tom Cruise, and then John Woo action star Ethan Hunt, Tom Cruise. Woo! And then the third one, well, it was like the second one, you know, action star Tom Cruise and stuff. The big thing was they introduced was the character Ethan Hunt actually settled down. He got a wife. Oh, he settled down. Obviously, that didn't last long, considering how many movies there are. But still, hey. But then, starting with the fourth one, they really decided to play into the idea that, you know what? Let's just make Ethan Hunt fucking crazy. Because Tom Cruise is crazy. So just fucking make the character crazy. Make him fucking batshit insane. And he's just thinking of all these crazy ass ideas because he won't have it any other way. Like, it's like, okay, like, oh shit, we need to access the server room, but we don't know how to get there. Fuck it, I'll climb the building. What? I'm gonna climb the building. You can't do that. Yes, I can. Okay. I was like, oh god, the plane's and then the fifth one, you know, the plane's getting away. Ethan, what are we gonna do? I'm gonna fucking catch it. You can't catch a plane. Oh my gosh, he's hanging onto the plane for his dear life. What the hell? And then like the fallout, you know, oh my gosh, he's literally hanging on a rope attached to a helicopter. Oh god, there's no harness. What was he? Oh my gosh, is he insane? Is he crazy? What the hell, Ethan? So they really wanted to play. Oh my god.
I always get the sense of the newer movies, like the newer Mission Impossible movies. They try to differentiate itself from James Bond, like where James Bond was always about, oh, I'm a government agent, you know, fighting for Queen and country. Mm-hmm. It always seems like from Ghost Protocol onwards, there is a situation where Ethan, even though the Impossible Mission Force is supposed to be part of the U.S. government, it always has to work outside of the government. Mm-hmm. to save the world. So you always get this idea that Ethan Hunt is just is a spy without any allegiances. You know, he has to save the world by.
He's not doing it because America told him to. Half the time he's literally betraying America to do, you know, what he thinks is the right thing. He like half the time he goes rogue. There's a whole movie where he goes rogue. It's called Rogue Nation. I think also another interesting thing also, especially starting with the fourth one, especially starting with the fifth one, it's a very interesting thing. They really tried to play up this idea of kind of going on what you're saying, like this idea of Ethan Hunt, a spy with no allegiance, but also the spy with a conscience. Because Ethan Hunt, the way to characterize Ethan Hunt is he does what his line of work is. He's a spy. He can be assassin too, but he's also at the same time extremely altruistic.
I noticed that a lot more with the character. It was like,
in fact, Oh no, go ahead.
Comparing him to the previous spies of the decade, like Bond and Bourne and Jack Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I think it's. Wait, I gotta remember. I'm gonna search it up really quick.
Okay.
Jack Bauer. You get the sense that like Ethan Hunt he's very much influenced by like action.
Mm-hmm.
Like by like sort of mainstream action movies. But you also get this impression that it's like Ethan Hunt is a lot more of a hero character.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you said, like a lot of the films are just about him having to save the world in spite of who his allegiances are.
Half the time he breaks those allegiances because he feels that's the right thing. Because he's that's just who's they really that's I find it really interesting, like especially especially noticeable in Fallout and the latest one, Dead Reckoning. That's like the main crux of his whole character. It's just testing Ethan Hunt's altruism. Especially in the new one. The new one literally puts his altruism to the test. But it's interesting, and like, because they really portray Ethan Hunt now as he's this crazy guy, but he's also extremely altruistic, and because of the altruism, he ends up doing a bunch of crazy shit. Like, if you presented Ethan Hunt the trolley problem, he would go, "This is fucking stupid. Why don't we just remove the trolley?" No, Ethan, you can only save either the one guy or the multiple people. No, that's stupid. Let's just get rid of the trolley. You can't do that, Ethan. Fuck you. I'm gonna get rid of the trolley. That's crazy, Ethan. You're insane. Well, I'm gonna do it. And he does it. It's like, oh my gosh, he got rid of the trolley. What the hell? So, I find that really interesting about how they portray his character going forward, and I guess I can now talk a bit about the new one. That all really just culminates now in Dead Reckoning, Part 1. Part 2, well, I don't know if it's still gonna come out next year, cause filming stopped thanks to the writer's strike. And also there's an actor strike too going on at the same time. Man, Hollywood's really just filled with strikes now.
I imagine Christopher McQuarrie.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna go rah. We need to follow the union. But I imagine like when he gets home, he's like, okay, I gotta write the next Mission Impossible script so that when the strike is over, we could just start the movie again. Because you do get the impression, but you really do get the impression that they are trying to strike because they do believe in something. Mm-hmm. But these people aren't stupid. They know that if they keep this up for like long periods of time, they're not going to get paid. Mm-hmm. So they are marching. They are behind the scenes. They're still trying to do their jobs so that when all this blows over, they can just get back to getting paid.
Nope. I know. I forgot. I think it was Bob Iger who's just straight up said like, no. The plan is let them just fucking lose their jobs, and then we'll just replace them with.
Exactly, because you can't just go out there and be like, okay, we're just going to stop making things. It's like, Well, the problem is like, no matter how much you try to go out there and hold up your Sharpie signs, you're not essential workers. Like anyone, anyone fresh from college that the academy says like, oh yeah, you know, they're part of the union. If they want the job, then Disney's going to give them the job.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of shame, you know, but like, you know, oh man, I don't really like the idea of, you know, like, let's just wait for them to lose their jobs. But like, that's just the, you know, the realistic outcome. Like, you eventually if they keep going, you know, well, these because people like this, they don't care about the actors or like the writers and all that. They just I'll just replace you. No, that was a big tangent. Just saying, I don't know if Dead Reckoning Part 2 is still gonna come out next year. Maybe it will. Maybe it'll be delayed to 2025. I don't know. But Dead Reckoning Part 1 came out this week. I watched it a second time today with my father, and yeah, everything we talk about kind of just all culminates here into Dead Reckoning Part 1. I want to say Dead Reckoning Part 1's very fascinating. I think one thing I also want to say is we talked about this, I think it was Thursday when we were playing Resident Evil, where that led into a whole Spider-Verse tangent, but one of the things I did say was, one thing I really liked about Dead Reckoning was, even though this is part 1, and you know, and you could tell that there's a bigger story going on, it still ends in a way that you feel like something was resolved. Something feels satisfying.
I would like to mention, you get the idea. Like, I imagine it's just like with the other movie.
Mm-hmm.
The way they ended the film was based on the idea that the next movie's just going to come out in a year. You get the idea that like even though whether or not the next movie is going to come out the next year, Christopher McQuarrie is just thinking to himself, you know, potentially the movie may not come out next year, so we're gonna.
This was actually Tom Cruise himself insisted that the movie end in a, you know, satisfying, resolved way.
Yeah, because you get the sense that it's like, even though there's no guaranteed about the next film, you need to make the guaranteed about this film.
Mm-hmm.
You need to make the people happy.
Yeah. Yeah, so I do really like that about this movie, part 1, how it, even though there is a part 2 and you know there's a larger story, it doesn't end, you know, like, I guess it's technically a cliffhanger, but, you know, it's not a cliffhanger that makes you go, shit, I gotta fucking wait, fuck, and it's like, and it goes, oh, this was nice, oh boy, I can't wait for the next one to come out, but hey, this one was really cool. You know, again, you're still left satisfied with what you got, so I do appreciate that. I don't really want to go into spoilers about Dead Reckoning Part 1. I don't know, if I want to talk about spoilers about the movie, I want to wait till you guys watch it. I will say, though, Dead Reckoning Part 1's interesting, because I don't know how much time went on, but I feel like there's this whole opening sequence. So the movie there's this whole opening sequence for this movie dealing with a Russian submarine, and you know, you hear the Mission Impossible theme going on, bum bum ba da bum bum ba da bum, and then for like what feels like a good 5 like 5 minutes, if the movie just kind of forgets it's being Mission Impossible. It's obviously not really, but like, you get this whole opening like where it's just focusing on this Russian submarine and whatever's going on there that's important to the overall plot. And I don't know, I find it just really interesting. Like, first 5 minutes, like, huh, like, where's Tom Cruise? Huh, that's interesting. Also, when the first scene you have with Tom Cruise, it's very interesting, because it's not like this bombastic showcase of, oh, here's Tom Cruise, or, you know, like, this, like, oh, look how cool Tom Cruise is, you know, just chilling. Starting with Fallout, the opening really, the first thing you see with Tom Cruise, Ethan Hunt, really, again, heavily focused on the idea of this spy is super altruistic, and because of that, he has to make choices that end up, you know, like, having to betray his country and all that, because he cares about saving the world. And like, there's this whole oath Ethan takes in the beginning of the movie as like a security question to like a carrier with his message. And it's like, I don't remember the whole oath, but, you know, it's pretty much saying, like, you know, like, I do what I do to protect others. And so, like, and another thing is, there's no music for that scene. Like, for the first scene you see with Tom Cruise, there's no music. It's just silence. And other than, like, this guy coming in with the message and Tom Cruise having a very quiet conversation. It's not loud. It's a very quiet conversation. Just, what's the password? Or like, hey, no, hold on. You gotta give me the security question. So there's that. This movie. So I guess I could reveal this. So the Bane. So this movie does have a magic MacGuffin, because, you know, that's the whole point. You know, there's a MacGuffin that we gotta find, and it's these two keys that combine together to form this kind of interesting crucifix key going on. And the whole point of the movie is and even the whole point of the movie is not really we have to find a MacGuffin. Rather, finding a MacGuffin is easy. What we need to know is, what does this MacGuffin lead to? We have the key. What does it lead to? That's the mystery of the movie. And I'm trying to orient my thoughts here. I should have written notes, but the key is involved with the main antagonistic force of the movie, which is actually an artificial intelligence. It's very interesting. It's a rogue artificial intelligence that's the main antagonistic force driving these movies. And what's really interesting is they always refer to this AI as only the entity. They always refer to it as the entity, like, not like, oh, something AI or the American AI. Like, it's always the entity. I don't know. That just stuck out to me. I found it really interesting. Just always calling it only the entity. And the whole point of the entity is that one of the big things is that this entity, this AI, can access all of the world's intelligence. Networks, etc., through the digital, cyberspace and stuff. And one of the big things is this entity is a threat to it, because if it has access to our intelligence, who knows what it can do with it. And the thing is, the main concern is this thing can essentially rewrite our intelligence, or as they put it, our truth. And like, we're so reliant on, you know, digital stuff, and this thing can just rewrite it at whim. Our, you know, like
oh my god, Dead Reckoning is just gone full Metal Gear Solid 2.
Oh wait, what? Is this the plot to Metal Gear Solid 2?
Yeah, it's just like the plot of Metal Gear Solid 2 is the internet exists. The Patriots are scared of the internet because so much information will just come out. That there's no order to it all. So they just create essentially they create weaponized AIs that will just go in and just delete everything they consider trivial.
Oh my gosh. Oh, we got a new follower. Thank you, the Shaman one. Thanks for following.
So they can create a internet that is true in their eyes.
Okay. We don't know exactly what in this movie the AI's main goal is. Maybe it wants to do a Metal Gear Solid 2, but essentially this is what the AI is capable of, you know, rewriting the truth on the internet and etc. Like if you search up if you search up something as simple as if you search up on Google like what's the definition of this word, it could just tell you something completely false. But you wouldn't know that. You think that must be true, because Google said so. But like the worst case scenario is, you know, like all these secret documents and national security information and stuff can all just either be rewritten, erased, whatever. And so the whole point is everyone wants the key, because it can somehow this key can lead to the rogue AI, the entity, so they can control it. Except Ethan Hunt, Tom Cruise, he's the only one here who realizes, no, wait a minute, no, this is that if you control this as entity, that's way too much power for anyone. I'm gonna destroy it, because no one should have this power. And that's pretty much the whole conflict of the movie. Everyone is racing for the key, but it's not so much they want the key, it's they're racing for the key so that way they can all race towards whatever it is this key unlocks that can lead to the rogue AI, the entity. And that's the whole point, that's the whole crux of the conflict of the movie. I won't go really any further than that. There is a new character introduced in Dead Reckoning. What's her name? Haley Atwell. She is a character named Grace in the movie. She's a thief, and there's a very interesting thing going on here with her character. I don't want to get too much into it, but basically her character sort of goes from a kind of this thing where it's like, someone who's very self-centered to, you know, kind of caring about others, or at very least caring about Ethan and his team. So there is that. Ving Rhames is Ving Rhames. Towards the final act of the movie, there is actually a scene where Ving Rhames actually tells Ethan, Luther actually tells Tom Cruise, Ethan, like, hey, this final act, you're just gonna be with Benji and Grace. I'm gonna have to bounce. What? I'm gonna bounce. Something to do, most likely setting up for the next movie, but basically I'm gonna do something to either set up for the next movie, but either way, it's gonna help me understand, you know, the entity AI more. So, good luck. So there is that. Rebecca Ferguson, Ilsa Faustus here. There is that. Don't want to get into that. There is something big that happens with her and Grace and Ethan. Those two ladies are very important to Ethan in this movie. Don't want to get too much into that. Was it Vanessa Kirby as the White Widow? She does return from Fallout. She's all right. There's another antagonist, Gabriel. This guy named Gabriel, who essentially the whole thing is he is someone from Ethan's past who comes back as an antagonistic force who is working for the entity, or at the very least he's claiming to work for the entity. So there is that. Don't want to get into more of that. Oh gosh, I can see what Comet's problem is. It's hard to not talk about spoilers. But overall, though, like again, this movie, it really does. One of the big things is it really does again hammer on the idea of, oh, we're gonna test your character, Ethan. We're gonna test your morals. Like you think you could, just save everyone. We'll see about that. We'll see about that, Ethan. Oh yeah, I just say that Kittredge returns. I was like, oh hey, Kittredge, you're back. That was pretty cool. There are some like American agents that are hunting down Ethan. I don't know. I think they're CIA. I don't know what exactly who they work for. I'm assuming they're CIA. So they exist, but really, again, like the whole point is they really want to test Ethan's morals, and that's the thing. Ever since like Fallout, it's like starting with Ghost Protocol, they really want to emphasize the idea of Ethan being just this absolutely altruistic guy, despite his line of work. Like, it's interesting when you think about Ethan's character. Like he still kills people. It's his line of work. He's gonna kill people, but there's still this sense of altruism in him. Like, hey, I'm not just gonna kill people for no good reason. Like, Ethan, in order to save the world, you gotta kill Benji. No. Well then, sorry, Ethan, that you're betraying your country. Well then, fine then. It's not the first time. Oh, okay. So yeah, I don't really want to say more about I almost said Resident Evil. Holy shit. That was on the tip of my tongue. I was about to say Resident Evil for some fucking reason. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. I don't really want to say too much more about that, but I do like Dead Reckoning. The big stunt. Oh, there's also this. Also, another thing I want to say is, this movie is. That Ethan Hunt is gonna get out alive, because there's a part 2, but there's still this. There's a scene at the end involving a train, and it actually is very tense, and this is a good thing for the movie, because for that whole scene, in the back of mind, Ethan's gonna get out alive, but you can't help but feel tense. You can't help but feel like, oh god, what's gonna happen to Ethan? Oh fuck. Oh gosh. Tom Cruise, are you gonna be okay? So, I do like that. This also involves the train as well, but there was a scene. I told you guys. I told not this. I don't know if you were here when I said this next Thursday, but when I watched the Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, there was a scene with a train and a bridge, and there are bombs on the bridge, and the whole point is the bridge is gonna blow up and stuff. But for a second there, the bombs on the bridge, just the way it's framed and shot, it just reminded me, oh my gosh, is this the ending to Fast and Furious 10? Where there was bombs on a dam, And I was like, is this gonna be like Fast and Furious? Is this how the movie's gonna end? Like Fast and Furious, where you're just gonna go, oh my gosh, are they gonna live? Is that what's gonna happen? Oh my goodness. It didn't though. But like for a second there, I was like, oh my gosh, are they gonna fucking pull the ending to Fast and Furious 10? Cause that'd be funny. That would be hilarious. So then I can make the joke, oh man, if I had a nickel for every time a movie ended with bombs going off, and you're not sure of your main character's status of being alive or dead. I have two that released in 2023. I have 2 nickels. But I can't make that joke. But I was like, oh my gosh, is it gonna happen? Oh my goodness. Also, another thing is, I guess, another thing is to know is that, this movie is one of the most expensive movies ever to be made. It is definitely the most expensive to be made out of Mission Impossible movies. This was $291 million. So, there is that. Actually, it is, I'm looking at it right now. It is the 14th most expensive movie ever to be produced. It is only beaten by Indiana Jones at the Dial of Destiny by $5. Indiana Jones and Dial of Destiny was $5 more expensive than Mission Impossible.
I think one of the most painful things about this is that Mission Impossible is going to get back its money.
Yeah. They probably shouldn't have spent those $5 extra.
Actually, I'm gonna look up right now how well Mission Impossible is doing. Let me see.
I wouldn't be surprised if it broke this weekend.
I'm looking up right now.
It got like today's the last day. I wouldn't be surprised if it already got his money back.
Hold on, let me search up the budget. Mission Impossible. Dead Reckoning. Oh wait, no, I know the budget. It was 291 million. It is so far it has made 50 so far it has made, okay, this is Friday. Since Friday it has made about $16 million. So not quite at 291 million yet, but but however though, worldwide, its overall worldwide gross is $122 million. So, yeah, it's most likely making its money back. So it's most definitely gonna make its money back. So there is that. So yeah. Mission Impossible 07 is cheaper only by $5 compared to Indiana Jones. So there's that. Now, did you watch Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny? Did they use their budget wisely?
I think a lot like the problem with Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is an opposite of what I imagine, like a complete opposite of what I imagine like Mission Impossible is. That Mission Impossible, you kind of feel like everything you see is real. Dial of Destiny,
not really.
Not really.
Oh.
It's because there's a lot of stunts that are obviously real, and those are the best parts. But then it's like there are like CGI even towards the end of the film where it's like, this just feels sad.
Oh.
It feels really sad.
Oh no.
Like,
oh no. That actually kind of sucks to hear, man.
And I love because I love like the beginning of the film where it's like Indy's on the horseback through that whole parade, and I'm like, that's classic Indiana Jones there. But it's like you really do get the sense that after a certain point, they couldn't keep this up for long, and and so they had to use a lot of like the budget. Yeah, that third act really does suffer. If you do watch it.
Okay. That's
you've seen it, not?
Yeah, not seen Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
I'm sorry.
To be honest, I feel more sorry for the movie.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, wow. Also, I haven't seen the movie, but you want to know what it is? I decided just to read the Wikipedia article because that's how little I care. If I had a nickel for every time a major blockbuster franchise had Shia LaBeouf as a main character, only to kill him off screen in one movie, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot. I'm honestly fucking shocked it happened twice.
I know.
Poor Shia. He died in Nam. That's why Indy got a fucking divorce.
Indy's getting a divorce because
Hearing that actually kind of fucking sucked because it's like again, not very few people liked Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, but that felt just mean.
Yeah.
Problem, I've always said that the problem with the movie is whenever it tries to be like, hey, remember the original trilogy? And they try to fix like the things that people didn't like about Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. That's when it just starts like that's when it starts weighing itself down, because it feels very unconscious. It feels very conscious about itself, and it's like, oh, we want to pretend that we're still having fun adventures back in the original movie. Like, there's no movie that came out in the 2000s. There isn't, and so whenever they change that, it just makes it for the worse. Because you got like Sala there, and you got like John Rhys Davies. Like giving a very tearjerker performance of just like a old man who even once before he goes, to have this wonderful adventure for one last time. And it's like, that really feels like what the movie should be. But then there's also parts where, because Kingdom of the Crystal Skull happened, they have to make it depressing. And I don't.
That's.
You know what sucks? This was directed by James Mangold, but here's the thing: I'm willing to bet that it was actually ghost written by Lucasfilm. Because that's really just how movies are when they're under that company now.
That sucks to hear.
I really hope this isn't the death knell for James Mangold, because the dude made fucking Logan.
Yeah. I really hope he gets better. Well, you know what? He could make a comeback. Christopher McQuarrie, director of Mission Impossible, he made some stinkers. He directed The Mummy.
But the 20.
Yeah, with Tom Cruise.
No, that was Alex Kurtzman.
Wait, what?
Oh, that was his directorial debut. Oh my gosh! No wonder.
Wait, hold on. What did he do? Oh, he wrote for The Mummy. Oh.
Yeah, he wrote for The Mummy. Yeah, Alex Kurtzman directed that.
Still though, his name is on that movie.
So blame Alex Kurtzman for that.
His name is still on that movie. Oh, he directed Jack Reacher. Oh.
Yeah, he directed the Jack Reacher movies, which I know get a lot of flack from the Jack Reacher fans.
Well, yeah, it's called Jack Reacher, and yet he's played by such a short man.
He's played by a man who I like.
That's, reaching is all he can do.
That was a good one. That was good.
Because I watched Jack Reacher a while back. I was like, this is actually really good.
Like, Tom Cruise understands the character a lot. He really does, and you get that throughout both of the films. But the problem with like Jack Reacher just comes down to the fact that like Tom Cruise wasn't built for the character.
Oh.
Like Jack Reacher is literally mentioned as being like this brick shit house of a guy who's also just like super intelligent.
Oh. I know there's a Jack Reacher series with what's his name?
With Alan Richardson.
Yeah.
I recommend you watch it. It's really good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Yeah, just overall though. I guess to tie it all back up though. Christopher McQuarrie. I think this guy. It's very clear. Christopher McQuarrie and Tom Cruise, they have a very good relationship going on. They're like peanut butter and jelly at this point. Like these two, they make a movie together. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty good. I guess The Mummy was the exception because of Alex Kurtzman. For like Christopher McQuarrie, yeah, and Tom Cruise, they make really good stuff together. It's very clear they understand each other, and overall that led to Dead Reckoning Part 1, which was it's a fun movie. I really liked it. I can't wait for Part 2, and yeah, that's all I really want to say. I want, once you guys watch Part 1, then we could talk spoilers. I want to talk because there's a lot I want to talk about, but like until then, I'm just gonna leave it there. I guess the main takeaway, I guess, is I did not know that Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 was gonna be taking stuff from Metal Gear Solid 2. I did not know that until today. Alright. And I'm just wondering, what the hell a Kojima-led Mission Impossible game would be like.
It like that's just Metal Gear. Like
That's
Metal Gear is not just it's not just a tribute to James Bond or just like other things. Metal Gear is a tribute to all spy media. Like because there are just like references to Mission Impossible. There's references to James Bond. There's references to Jason Bourne. There's references to just like a lot of things. So yeah, like a Mission Impossible game is just Metal Gear.
It's just Metal Gear.
Yeah, especially considering that the newer, even in the new, considering that like the newer movies kind of just follows the whole thing of Metal Gear, where like later on, what do you call it? Snake and Otacon. They don't try, they're not part of like the U.S. military. They just start doing their own spy thing.
Huh.
To save the world.
Huh. Are you saying that if Mission Impossible keeps going, we'll see a cyborg samurai?
Maybe.
Alright. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I really need to play the other Metal Gear games. Alright.
October's almost here.
Well, October's almost here. Alright. Okay, so with that said then, we can call the podcast here. It's a bit shorter than usual. So there is that. Not many people came. Oh well, that's what replays on YouTube are for. That's alright. Yeah. So that's really about it. I just like Mission Impossible. I think they're fun. So there we go. Alright, so with that said then, we're gonna call it here. So thank you everyone who came, thank you everyone who was watching on the replays, etc. And tomorrow is Sonic Sunday, which means I have to go back on the grind for Sonic Frontiers. Oh, I really made a mistake doing 100%. Alright, but yeah, until then, we'll see you next time. Good night!